Cheers.
Cheers to you, good sir. Okay, so what are we on? Episode 4?
4, I think.
Holy
yeah.
shit, look at us doing stuff. Did you know, and I just looked at them the other day, we got through 9 episodes of Trapped in a Video Store.
Did we really? Did that many?
We did 6 or 7 of the long form ones where we were like, oh, let's reenact shit and like act out shit. And then the last 2 we just did live.
Oh,
we just did like
that's
live
right.
commentary.
That's right.
I'm going to be releasing them all on here and on the YouTube channel and the other. So also we are going to be doing one podcast central location.
Okay.
And John and I were talking on the other show about him wanting to pay for like just a Buttertown podcast. And I was like, well, I'm already, I already have one. I already have an account. How would you feel if we did a lot of different podcasts?
Yeah.
And then just have it as like one network, the Vemodalen presents Midnight Dropbox episode, whatever.
Right.
And then so it'll be like that. So, because right now I have Behind Every Story, and it's just sitting there.
Yeah.
So I'd rather, and I'm paying for it every year, so I'd rather use it.
Oh, for sure.
So yay, we're gonna be online. No, maybe if I unmute myself.
Yeah, we ran into that with me already.
Oh my God. Okay, technical problems are done. Let's fucking start.
No, that's awesome.
How you doing?
And I agree. That's such a good play. If you're spending the money on it, might as well maximize and get as much exposure.
And who the fuck's listening?
And it doesn't matter. But I'm doing great. How are you doing, man?
I am doing tired.
It's good to see you again.
It's wonderful to see you.
We
had a week off. You went to New York.
No, I'm going to New York on Monday.
God, everything shifted. I don't remember anything.
It's Monday. I'm full on dread. No, it's really not going to be that bad. No, I'm keeping myself occupied enough to not think about it, but I do need to try my pants on to make sure they fit. Because I have to wear dress pants, and I haven't worn dress pants in a while.
The fucking dress clothes are so overrated.
They're so stupid. But it's like, so tonight we're doing this. Tomorrow I have to pick up my bib for my race, and they call it a bib, but it's just the number for my
for the race
for my 5K that I'm running on Sunday.
I hate that they call it a bib.
I know it's infuriating
because if it's a race and a bib, there better be barbecue.
Right? Yeah, I'm running towards something.
Correct.
There's a goal here, and it's food.
I mean, really quick, what is that? What is the race you're doing?
I am doing. I just impromptu. Well, I had written it down. You know how you write things down and you go, I'll remember that, and then you forget until like the week before. So that's what happened to me. I started getting back into running, and I said, well, my goal is I want to run the Orc Stomp in Gen Con in August. And then I was like, well, maybe if I can find some little 5Ks to do, like one a month leading up to that, just to keep me motivated to stick with it.
How long is the Orc Stomp?
Orc Stomp's a 5K, so 3.1 miles.
Okay.
I found it's Elgin Valley Foxtrot, and it's all downtown Elgin.
It's called the Foxtrot? That's adorable.
Yeah, because it's on the Fox Valley River. And you run all downtown. You park at Gailbourn Public Library.
That's cool.
And then you run all over downtown, and for 3.1 miles. And
Downtown's awesome too. It's fun to look at. So.
Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I guess 500 people are going to be in attendance so far. And they got like after you're done, if you're of age, you can go get a beer for free, and like they'll have food down there and stuff.
Oh,
so
awesome.
it's like
that Sunday.
That's Sunday morning. My race time is at 7:40.
Oh my
God,
that's when I
start. So I got to be there probably about 7.
So not everyone starts at the same time?
There's a 10K as well. So sometimes races, like road races, do that. Well, they'll have 2 different races that they're doing. They'll have one big course, and then they'll partition part of the course out. So if you want to do the long course, you start like 10 or 20 minutes before the short course people.
Okay.
And then they just you just follow a course, but it's the same path, just there's shortcuts that they make for you. So I am not good enough to. Well, I could do a 10K. I don't want to do a 10K.
Fair.
So I'm doing that Sunday, and then Monday I will work all day, and then my flight to New York leaves at 7, and I land at 11, and then I have Tuesday is back-to-back business trips in Queens, Bronx, and Brooklyn, and then I land back here Wednesday at 8 in the morning.
Wait. You have zero time for yourself while you're there?
No, there's no time for me.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I could have extended it out if I wanted to, but I was like, it's like midweek. I don't really want to like stay there all week.
Yeah, I was just thinking like, New York, home of comic books.
Yeah, I found out that my last meeting on Tuesday is at 3:30, and the person I'm going with wants to take me to dinner at 6:30. So I got 3 hours where I wanted to find, at minimum, depending on how far it was, I wanted to at least find like Midtown Comics.
That's the one that kind of
That's
screams
the
out
Mecca.
to me.
Yeah.
I was thinking like small mom and pop shops.
If I can find that, even
Dude,
better.
If you have, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know where you're at. I don't know the geography of New York, but like 42nd Street, where like all the old grindhouse movies used to play.
Oh yeah.
I heard most of the theaters have been torn down.
Sure.
But I have never really looked into it because I've never gone to New York. So
yeah, it's gonna be an adventure for me. I was thinking like I didn't know how close I was gonna be to like the Jersey side because I know they're close. I was like, I wouldn't mind going to check out the Secret Stash.
Yeah.
Especially since they were customers of mine back in the day. I used to work with Mike Zapsik. And Doug Smith, Kevin's brother. Never Kevin, though.
No shit.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude's got shit to do.
Oh, yeah.
He's not going to make orders.
Dude, I just heard he, like, went into, like, a mental institute for, like, having a big breakdown. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, I guess, like, he got overwhelmed with... He was doing too much all the time. He never took time for himself. And then he kind of lost himself. He became a parody of himself. And he became Kevin Smith, the personality.
He became a trope instead of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, speaking of tropes, I have some interesting trivia for you. And it plays into our likes, but also we talk about tropes a lot.
Yeah.
So are you familiar with the famous trope? And I ask this knowing you are, but we're going to pull people in. We're going to wet their taste buds.
I mean, you gotta have a first act to a story.
Exactly. So you're familiar with the trope in Japanese cinema where somebody gets cut, they get a limb cut off, and there's just this massive blood spray.
250 gallons of compressed blood. Correct.
Yes, exactly. Do you know the movie that started that trend?
Is it Redbeard?
It is not Redbeard.
What is it?
It is Yojimbo.
It is?
Yojimbo. So I learned this just
I
the
know
other day,
exactly what scene you're talking
where
about.
Where they're standing, staring at each other.
Yes.
So there was
and it's just like...
There was a mechanical failure in the blood hose that they had. So this trope is based off an accident from a Kurosawa film.
Are you kidding?
No, that is the legitimate history behind this trope that is rampant in Japanese, and it's amazing. It's like my favorite trope ever.
Oh, yeah. Because I mean, it's like any action anime has to have it, but like movies on gross, like fucking tons of movies.
Oh yeah,
have followed in this foot. It was an accident.
It was a total malfunction from the motor, and the hose had like a big leak in it, and because it was letting air in, the motor was spurting, and it just went nuts.
No
and
kidding.
They kept it because they were like, well, that was pretty. That worked, and I mean, can you think what would Kill Bill be if we didn't have that trope?
No.
Like, but it's all, and that's the best thing about it. It was just a wonderful accident, and people went, I love that.
That's really weird because like Kurosawa was on the level of Stanley Kubrick, where like everything had to be perfect and everything had to be very like pre-planned and organized and
absolutely.
like
calculated.
Very calculated, yeah. So that's very strange to think that something like that would happen and be like, yeah, fuck it, do it.
Right?
But I mean, truth be told, when that scene does pop up in Yojimbo, it's like,
yeah.
Okay.
Because you're kind of sitting there going, did the film stop? Something happening? They're deep. This isn't like Good, the Bad, and the Ugly here. This is not a Mexican standoff. Oh shit! Like that was my reaction.
Wait. So not just the art. I think the trope is called artisanal spray.
Okay, I did not know the name for it.
I think that's what it's called. But the pause. The samurai death pause is also. Are you saying that as well?
I don't know if the pause is if that trope just the death spray.
I was gonna say that is like, I mean, that's way more prevalent in samurai films than
I think the
artisanal.
I feel like the pause has always been there. I
Okay,
feel
I think
like
so too.
that is, and I look back to some of the like Japanese feudal era movies that I watch, there's a lot of them. I think my favorite pause moment has got to be in Azumi. When remember when Hyuga is fighting Bijumaro Mogomi, I think his name is.
How the fuck do you remember these names?
I haven't watched Azumi in years either, but I remember that scene, and it's in like that wheat field.
Yes,
and
it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous, and I can't remember the director's name, but I know he did Versus as well. But he did such a wonderful thing because this is like my favorite thing in anime, when there's a face-off happening, right?
Yeah.
And the camera's rotating. So the person that is in line of sight in the background is moving directionally like to the left.
Yeah.
But the hero is moving directionally to the right, and his or her back is towards the camera. And you have that nice...
It's called orbiting.
Oh God, I love that that effect so much.
Technically, what you're saying is parallaxing.
Parallaxing, yes.
Yeah.
And I love the way that looks, and I love that they did that in Azumi in that same fight, and it's like it just gives me tingles when I'm like, oh, something big's gonna happen.
I want to watch this again. Was that ever released on Blu-ray?
Azumi?
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
It's
kind of like a cult classic.
But I am shocked at the amount of Japanese films that have not been re-released on better media.
Dude, I hear you. Like, Azumi is one of those films too where it's like everyone I show it to, I've shown it to people that say like, oh, I don't do ninja movies. I'm like, it's okay, this isn't a ninja movie. And they're like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a revenge movie.
It's pretty transcendent.
Yeah.
It touches on a lot of shit, but like when spoiler alert in case you haven't seen this.
I mean, it's like 20 years old at this point. But
too bad.
I get it. He is Japanese. Not a lot of people are into that.
But they're training these kids from like childhood up until teenagers, and then like they have to become best friends and like thing like that. And then like, I mean, this is like maybe first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes.
Yeah, easy.
Where they have to pick their best friends and then fight to the death with them. And like, I was enjoying the movie up until that point, and I was like, oh, I'm fucking all in at this. Yeah. Because like that first 15 minutes, I'm sorry, no other culture, at least in my opinion, Korean and Japanese, do a better job than emotional attachment to a character in a very quick fashion.
It's amazing how quickly you can build a bond.
Yeah.
Even with an animal. That we humanize, and they just do such a wonderful job. I agree with you. It's beautiful how they do it. They really, like, I've always thought, like, you and I have watched a lot of J-dramas and K-dramas or Japanese soap operas, essentially, Korean soap operas. I prefer J-dramas to K-dramas.
I do too.
However, K-dramas, wow. It's very formulaic. Every story's the same.
It's ridiculously formulaic.
I don't think I've gotten through one without tears streaming down my face by the end.
And there's no way to watch just one episode unless you are like crazy tired or got shit to do. Like,
right.
You are so hooked. I watched one where like a young woman was in an office, and she got a new boss, i.e. every K-drama right here.
Yes.
Every K-drama fan is going, okay, let me open up the binder of those. But like the big thing was like, he didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And literally that was the plot. That was the entire plot of the show. There was no mystical element. There was nothing like that. That was the plot. And I was captivated.
It's amazing how interesting the mundane can be when it's done correctly. Right. There's a lot of stuff, like slice of life stuff. I love watching things. Like, one of my favorite K-dramas is Coffee Prince.
Now, which you've gone on record many times saying,
more than I want to admit. Yeah. But I think, yes, there's an overarching love story. Absolutely.
It's great.
But at the end of it, you learn about, hey, I like coffee, so I bought this coffee roaster house, and this is how I roast the beans, and this is how I do this, and this is how it's fascinating to me.
It's beautiful. It's I find it very like Buddhist mentality. Like, Buddhism has quite a many. All religions have a lot of teachings.
Absolutely.
But the two of my things that really pop out to me about Buddhism is one about impermanence, where you can make art, but it's not going to stick around. Life is life.
Right.
Like that's why they rake the stone gardens, because they're just going to rake over it. It's just going to happen again. But the other thing is finding the peace and the beauty in the simple. You know, like finding the one flower, not for the sea of flowers in the valley, but the one flower. Find the majesticness of that one flower. And I think that has a lot to do with how slice of life shows are. And I always get my panties in a bunch when someone says, well, you know, Seinfeld's a slice of life. I'm like, not even close.
No. Seinfeld
not
is
even
nothing.
Close. It's a gag. They have stories. I hate when people say it's about nothing. It's like, no, they have plot.
Yeah.
A lot of slice of life don't.
They don't. Yeah.
There is no plot. It's just like meandering. And it's beautiful because of that.
It's like life.
It's like life.
Do you think you like slice of life living in America and given, you know, you can't have a hobby without monetizing it. Hustle culture is more like unhinged rampant right now.
Agreed.
Like every third TikTok or whatever. And I'm not dogging it. We're doing this because it's fun. And we're not looking to monetize it. But it's like, I think a lot of people, they think, I have this interest. I have TikTok. Why don't I make and everybody falls prey to it because myself included, because it think, wow, it could be easy money. I'm pretty interested. People are going to want to watch, but it's exhausting thinking of the next thing.
Well, especially now because like I don't want to go into this because this is not what the show's about. But basically,
no, it's just.
I don't want to go into it.
no, it's fine. And that's, I was trying to draw a conclusion. Do you think that you like the slice of life stuff because of how hectic American life is?
100%.
Yeah.
Would I dig an American slice of life? Absolutely. But it has to follow the same principles of there is no overarching next step.
Yes. Also, there could be no money.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Involved in it.
Yeah,
like
wildly so.
That is my biggest pet peeve with Americans TV, right? And American entertainment in general. Everything has a pot of gold at the end of Rainbow. Yeah. Hey, we're having this cooking show. You could win $10,000. Can't we just fucking cook the meal and watch them do the competition?
Yeah.
Not everything has to have money at the end of it.
I watched this J drama called Maiko Cooks, something like that. Maiko's Dinner. It's only like 4 episodes, and they release like one every few months. But it's literally, that's just it. This woman goes shopping, and then she makes dinner for her family. And I'm fucking in love with it because it's so peaceful and so content and so like, it's not cooking to cook for dinner. It's cooking because you want to be in that moment doing that.
Have you seen those YouTubes? There is a huge swelling of YouTubers in Japan who do My Single Life in Japan, and then they take you like through a GoPro. They take you to the grocery store. You watch them cook dinner.
Oh,
like
I've seen part. Yeah, I follow one
there's
guy.
not a plot to it, but
my problem is that they're not characters, and that's what I need.
It's them. I get you. You need that disconnection from real life.
Well, because if they're just hooking up a GoPro and going about their day, it's like, oh, cool, that's a vlog.
Yeah,
you know? and that's fine. There's definitely an audience for it. Sure. But I need the character because I fall in love with the characters.
I get
doing
that.
This.
I get that.
It's not the activity,
right?
Like, what was that? Super Cub. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I watched Super Cub.
The anime.
Yeah.
It was a great fucking anime.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing fucking happens for 12 episodes. She goes on a moped to go deliver papers to a school.
Yeah.
That's the plot. I mean, there's underlining themes and shit, but that's like the journey, and I love it because we get to go with her on this journey. If it was just about the Super Cub moped, I wouldn't have found it enjoyable.
Sure. Yeah, just like Kiki's delivery service. Yeah, it's fine, but Kiki and Gigi is what makes it interesting. Otherwise, it's just a witch delivering pastries.
And no one gives a shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I get that for sure.
Yeah, so like having that connection goes a long way. I think Japanese films do a really good job with that. Even the shitty ones, like Sukaban Boy, which I love Sukaban films.
Oh, yeah.
But Sukaban Boy was so outside of the realm. You showed that to me first.
Was that the first one we watched together?
I think. Well, it was definitely You and I had a weekend when we first started hanging out. Literally,
Yeah.
it was the first time we ever hung out.
Yeah,
You came over to my house for like 4 days.
Yeah. I was like, hey, can I come over for New Year's?
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
And then you just stayed.
I never left.
And it was fucking great.
It's like, can I have this coffee? And you're like, shit, you drink a lot of coffee.
So, I mean, that's one of the reasons that I'm so damn stocked upstairs. I don't drink coffee, so please help
You never
yourself.
know.
But like we watched all these movies and we watched Sukaban Boy, and Sukaban Boy I have been trying to find.
Mm-hmm.
It is for sale on Amazon for $176
What?
right now. And I don't like torrenting. I really am super against it. But I will sometimes if the movie is completely nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I'm not spending $176
No.
on a shitty movie.
You.
And it's not an enjoyable shitty movie. I just remember laughing at it and going, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah, how did this get made?
Yeah.
And then we were like, we should go to a Comic-Con and buy some more of these.
That's it.
Because
Yep.
how bad could they all be?
Yeah. And
they're bad.
That sent us down a journey. So on that note, RBG is gone.
I heard about that, man. Actually, I heard about it. I broke the news to you,
I was
going to
say, yeah.
You know, like, yeah, I got an early morning text from another friend, and he said, it's gone, man.
Really?
That's all he said. And I was like, the fuck are you talking about? And he said,
Is this generation's 9/11?
Yeah. He's like, RBG, man, it's down forever. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, so I go to the, I was just curious.
I hadn't been there for a while, man. So.
Yeah, it had been a while. Well, so I was curious, and so I typed it in, and of course had a VPN on. And typed I get very paranoid about that stuff.
Warning to anyone out there: this is you fucking use a VPN.
Always,
no question.
Always.
Correct.
So I go there, got my VPN on, type in RBG, and it's just a white page with text, and essentially it says, "Hey, due to inflation and the war in Ukraine."
And the team members on the team being on both sides.
That was crazy to me.
That caught me off guard.
That caught me off guard too. So there were Russian and Ukrainian people working together on this site, but then they had to go fight each other in the war.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, I mean, granted, not everyone in Russia is for the war.
No, and I
some
get
of them are
that.
smart enough to understand that they're being blatantly lied to.
And I get that.
hopefully-
And again, we're not looking to get political
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
but
right,
it's just I never would have thought inflation and cost of maintaining something like that.
They said the electricity went through the roof.
And I don't know where they house it. I assume it was in that area.
Yeah, right.
So I can definitely understand
Yeah.
that mentality. I am just really surprised that they didn't try to do like a fundraiser.
Yeah, I was
or
surprised
something
too,
to get donations.
But I mean, does that shit work?
I don't think so. And two, would anybody donate because they think, well, now my name's going to be on a list?
That's part of my where's the money coming from?
Yeah.
Unless you did crypto, and then
And who? I don't have crypto. If I
I've
did, I
mined for a
wouldn't
while,
donate it to some website.
And that's the issue I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
So, not the main issue.
No.
I'm going to ask you the main issue tonight.
Yes. Yes,
But-
we're building to it.
But what I wanted to get to with the whole RBG thing was, I'm going to say this generation, but it's our generation too, because we grew up with Napster, we grew up with getting shit for free,
Dude, IRC.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, you can go baback to like old school shit too.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
news groups and whatever
Oh.
else. So downloading 500 RAR files at 20 meg each. Just to-
Burning. I remember burning the very first Sam Raimi Spider-Man on 4 CDRs in college.
on VCD.
Yeah, VCDs.
yeah.
And they were like, to say VHS quality is a compliment.
Concurred. Yep.
But it was Spider-Man.
And you didn't have it otherwise.
No, because there was no other way to watch it.
Right.
Like, it just wasn't out anywhere else.
Speaking of which, I'm getting really into fan edits right now.
Oh, dope.
I haven't watched any. I'm getting into the idea of them.
I understand what that means. Most people don't. I get it. I'm totally with you.
I got a new one today. I haven't watched it yet. I'm almost wanting to like give it to you so we can talk about it like next time maybe.
Okay,
or, like,
cool.
At some point. It's called Bateman Begins.
Bateman Begins. Is it about Jason Bateman?
It's a mix between Patrick Bateman's from American Psycho
and
and Batman Begins, because they're both played by what's his name?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
So it's a mashup between the two, telling the story about how he's going insane and
like
becoming Batman or thinking he's Batman.
I think that sounds fantastic.
Yeah, so like, I mean, the reviews for it were out of this world. So
Really?
I want to check it out. I've been into the idea of they're called fan mixes,
Okay.
where you take multiple movies and put them into one edit.
I think that's awesome.
I think it's amazing.
I think
it's like remixing music.
if you can take the time to do it and make a cohesive plot,
Yes.
good on you.
And you need to be able to make the edits smooth, the sound smooth, the music, like everything has
The
to be
music
right.
would be the hardest part.
It's gonna be tough.
That's going to be the hardest part.
But there was that, who was the guy who was doing the? I mean, there's a lot of people doing the Star Wars
there's
re-edits,
tons
but
of
there was
them.
that one guy who did the edit of Episode 9, was it? Where Poe is, comes up to the Death Star or the Star Destroyer at the very beginning, and he says, "Oh, your mom's on the phone. Hold on." Whatever movie that was. Like, this is how much I have lost interest in Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I watched his edit, and it blew me away at how. I mean, we've already talked about this on the show.
Yeah, but and you did fan edits for a little bit. Like
did.
I remember when you did your They Live edit.
Oh my God, I can't believe you remember that.
Oh, I watched it a couple of times.
Did you really?
Because you cut that fight scene down.
I cut the fight scene. I cut a lot
so
of other aspects.
Much better.
Well, it just felt. I showed the movie to Andy.
Yeah.
And she was like, "This is really boring. When does the cool shit happen?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I don't remember it being this
Yeah.
like meandering in a bad way."
Yeah. I have fond memories of the messaging.
Yes.
And the quotes.
Yes.
But I went back to rewatch They Live recently, and it's like, let's get to it. Why are we seeing Roddy Piper? We get it, him and Keith Davis. Let's just get into your fight.
I mean,
Now make the fight end. Jesus Christ.
I cut out about 22, 20.
You cut out a
minutes
lot. Yeah. I think
from
it
the
was
whole movie, just because there's a lot of him walking around, and I get some of those elements, but then we're staring at him looking through a chain link fence for 40 seconds, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad that John Carpenter's career is going strong. Like, there are not many movies in John Carpenter's career where I'd say, ooh, if he wasn't John Carpenter.
Yes.
I think
yes.
They Live it's because of the messaging. The message and that rebellion that it inspires in people. That's why it gets away with it.
The capitalism.
Yeah. And it's his Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
that was Romero's thing. That was his commentary on capitalism back in,
Right.
or consumerism back in the
same time period, too.
Yeah,
Same,
pretty much.
Well,
A couple-
6 years? 5
Yeah.
years? Whatever. Same time period.
But it's like, then you look at some of the other stuff John Carpenter's done, you're like, Village of the Damned, woof.
Yeah.
Ghosts of Mars, double woof.
Yeah.
It's...
Well, I mean, you can't
No,
hate
not
on a guy
everything's
for
gonna be a hit.
every film, because maybe some of them are just passion projects. Like, if they don't hit, they don't hit.
I feel like Village of the Damned was a passion project for him because he got to work with Christopher Reeve. He got to work with Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Like, the cast was
pretty cool.
Spectacular.
God,
But-
your knowledge for this shit is insane.
It will be put to the test tonight.
Yes, it will, sir, because we are going to bring it to the theme of tonight's episode. Are you
Yes.
ready?
Dude, I've been ready.
All right.
I'm so curious about what the main topic is.
So I have
R.I.P.
wanted-
RBG.
R.I.P. By the way, R.I.P. Oink still miss Oink to this day. The greatest music library that ever existed. Quote Trent Reznor. There is no other music library on this planet that's open source to people
Yeah.
that was that deep.
I don't really remember.
Oh, really?
To be honest with you. Yeah.
Oink was a music sharing site,
Okay.
but to become a member, to become a member of the site,
Yeah.
you had to post something that no one else has posted, and you could not post a duplicate of anything ever.
Wow.
So, most sites are like, oh, there's 300 versions of this. No.
Yeah.
Unless you got a massively better quality version or an alternative source where the actual source is different, like a different version of the song, a different take, a different demo or something like that.
Sure.
You could not upload the same. album.
So how's Trent Reznor involved?
So Trent Reznor is a music fan. He's always been hugely into music. So the day Oink closed, and oh my God, Oink. At that point in time, I was really into nerdcore.
Yeah.
And nerdcore was very localized. Like, you couldn't just find shit online. Like, I mean, you could for the big guys, but there were hundreds and hundreds of acts out there. So when I got on Oink, I was like, I found them all. I downloaded something like 300 or 400 gig of just nerdcore.
Wow.
And it's people like handing out their CDRs in front of comic book stores and things like that. Yeah. So when it closed down, there was this big to-do about it, and then Trent Reznor came out that day and said, we just lost the greatest music library we will ever know.
Wow. See, that's the stuff that and this kind of ties back to last week. We were talking about TikTok, and we were talking about Montana, banning it and overstepping of.
Oh God, we did talk about that.
So, I feel like this kind of something like that falls into this, because it's like when you have. How do I want to phrase it? Because it's when you look at somebody that is a very famous, very wealthy musician. And I think we know the one guy I'm talking about because he was the downfall of Napster. And he started this whole anti-piracy movement.
Yep.
He
For
single-handedly...
no other reason, because he couldn't get his 18th pool.
He couldn't get his... Yeah, it was bullshit. But what they did, I feel like, yes. Do people abuse pirating?
Yes.
Absolutely
Well, hold on. Pirating... Let's get this straight.
Yeah,
There's file sharing and pirating.
Yeah.
File sharing is literally sharing a file.
That's true.
Pirating is taking something and selling it for currency or something. Yeah, okay.
So file sharing. We are not pirating. We're file sharing.
No, yeah.
Hardcore we are talking about
against piracy.
Thank you for the clarification.
I mean, that's not for you. That's just like,
no, but
I get into this argument a lot.
It helps others too, because I think they are viewed, especially in this country, as the same thing.
Yeah, a lot.
Because capitalism.
Right.
And it bothers me when you have something like Oink, or if you have something like a Demonoid or a RBG or Get Comics or something like that, and you have a collaboration of people who are audiophiles, cinephiles, whatever, whatever your niche is, and you have a collaboration of people sharing things that they love with other people for no money, no other reason of they want to help those people get exposure. Correct. Because it's good. I hate that it's become this massive to-do of well, you have to go buy it, and if you didn't buy it, that always bothered me, because I remember back in the day, we would have to you would hear one song on the radio.
Oh, and you're saying the exact same thing I wanted to say. Awesome.
Because it's like you'd be like, that song's dope.
I want the whole album.
Yeah, I bet the whole album's good because I want to listen to that song again. And then that song would be like track 4. Yep. And you get through 1 through 3, and you're like, the fuck is going on with
the rest
this
of the album
dog
just
shit?
Fucking sucks. Maybe one song on there, another song on there is okay, but most of it just sucks.
But with file sharing, even look at what Spotify's doing. Okay, I have a Spotify account. I pay $15 a month for it. You might think, why would you want to pay $15 a month for Spotify? Dude, it's got such a huge library. Anything I want, I can listen to everyone's entire discography.
Yeah.
And if I really like something, I can go buy it then.
Yeah.
And that's what I think file sharing promoted. Even for us with B-movies and finding all this stuff,
That's
it's
exactly it.
When we watched, your Sekubon Boy is a great one.
Yeah.
I remember even going back to my story of Return of the Living Dead, how long it took me to find that.
Yeah.
Hearing about, I remember when I watched The Ring, or Ringu, the original Japanese version, it was a VHS copy of a VHS tape from a VHS tape. So I'm watching the movie The Ring on a ring-like tape, and it scared the fuck out of me. And for 10 years, I waited for a DVD release. And when I bought it, because it finally came out when I was in college, and I was like, I couldn't stop talking about it. I'm like, oh my God, The Ring. Oh my God, Ringu. I'm so excited to watch this with a clear picture.
Yeah.
And it was fucking just as good. And I'm so glad I spent the money on it. But you take that ability to discover away.
Yeah.
And I just hate that.
That was my argument for the longest time, and it still is, because the amount of shit that you can't find in your store, people always tell you, well, go to Best Buy and buy it. I'm like, there's nothing at Best Buy that I want to buy.
No.
My tastes are not there.
No.
It's not that I dislike what they have or like I poo-poo them or something like that. It's like what I'm hunting for is something different.
Mm-hmm.
And when I find it, then I go ape shit into buying it.
Yes.
There's a reason Vinegar Syndrome gets a fucking check every month. There's
Vinegar
a reason
Syndrome.
AGFA gets my check every month.
Arrow.
Diabolic DVD.
Diabolic. Yeah,
Thank you.
Diabolic.
Saturn's Core
What is
gets my money.
Severin Films.
Severin Films, like it takes a little while because like they're super into giallo and like Italian.
See, that's my thing.
I'll wait a little bit until that dies down.
that was always me. So I was
Right.
like, that's kind of where my horror home kind of falls back to. I default back to giallos.
By the way, did you look at Vinegar Syndrome's latest?
I saw they had the partner drop.
Yeah, well, that was today.
That was today.
Did you look at they had the halfway to Black Friday over the weekend?
I did not look at that. Did you see anything good? I missed the notification on my phone and I just forgot about it.
I bought stuff, but I don't remember what I bought.
That's okay.
Wow, that's fucked up.
That means you're going to be surprised.
They had stickers, which I was really cool. The girl.
The Vinegar Syndrome logo.
The Vinegar
girl?
Syndrome girl. They had different
cool.
stickers. I bought a shirt. I think I got like 4 discs, maybe.
Nice, dude. I'm excited to see what you got.
Yeah, I am too.
That's honestly the best when you get something and you're like, I get that thing where it's like when I'm really, especially for like movies like Vinegar Syndrome or that stuff. And I'm like, ooh, it's coming. And I place the order, and I'm checking that shit every day. And it is like having something to look forward to is the best feeling. And then you get it, and you're like, ee! And then you watch, and you're like, oh, it's bad. And I love that.
And like half the time, it's like good, bad, and half the time, it's like, why the fuck did I spend money on this? Which, Andrew...
Yeah, I've got some regretful Vinegar Syndrome buys.
There we go. Brings me to the whole point of today's conversation.
Oh, this is the big question? Ooh, a good lead up.
What is the worst film you have ever seen? And before you answer, I did not create any qualifications blah, 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 which we're going to have to come up with.
Yeah.
Because the term... that's the worst movie ever has been thrown around to bejesus and back. For instance, Troll 2 is known as the worst film ever.
Yeah.
But when you actually start diving into bad movies, it's actually pretty competently made.
It's a pretty great movie.
Yeah.
And that is why the documentary is called The Best Worst Movie. And I think a lot of it too, when you have something that has that aura around it, and when you say Troll 2 and people go, oh God, can I watch it?
Yes.
You know, like, because no one's like hanging out on a Saturday, you know, they get a beverage or something like, you know what I'm going to watch today? Troll 2. Unless there's somebody else there. I was just
about to say, like, unless people are there with you. And then it's like,
yeah, when you pitch Troll 2, it's kind of like, hey, we're all here. You guys want to watch Troll 2?
Yeah.
It's kind of like one of those things that people kind of go, you want to? Yeah, let's watch that. It's been a while.
It's like white women getting a plate of fries.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you going to get some fries? I'm going to get some fries.
Can I have some of your fries?
Let's get some fries for the table.
Let's share. Let's share those. That's a good analogy. I like that.
But yeah, so there's a deep dive. And like, I think we should talk about what like quote unquote worst movies are and then push those out of the way. But like what got me on this subject was my neighbor, now, you and I have been deep diving into bad films for a while. My neighbor came out and, you know, we were talking and I said, I really like bad movies. And she goes, oh, the worst movie ever made. What's that movie with the knights? With the knights and like they're going across the country and they're trying to find the Grail and it's I don't know, Monty something, some kind of snake is in it. Yeah.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Wow.
She thinks this is the worst film ever made.
She didn't get the jokes.
Not only that, but ironically, it's probably one of the best.
Absolutely it is.
So
that's why people still fucking quote it.
Oh, that's why it keeps fucking getting redone. Like,
remastered.
what was it, like 15 years ago, they did the the new theatrical version with 6 extra seconds.
Yes.
Fucking classic.
Dude, there was a slot machine based off of the Holy Grail, and it was
amazing.
fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Because there was like the rabbit bonus.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, but it only stuck around for a hot minute.
And
Typically, that's how that works.
that is how that works.
It's
so
okay. So I guess let's dive into some things because I have some questions.
Yep.
So first and foremost, have had to watch the full movie?
Yes.
Okay.
The worst movie you've ever seen. I'm not saying what's the worst film ever.
Okay. And that's a good clarification.
Otherwise,
Thank you.
we could go pick Logistics.
Yeah.
In 2005 Logistics, which is 35 days and 17 hours long.
Yeah.
No,
thank you.
I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah, not good enough.
But it's not for this list.
Yeah. Okay, so I had to have watched the film to completion. I couldn't have turned it off halfway because it was so bad.
As long as you came back to finish it.
Okay, because I have done that many times.
Okay.
Should we keep it localized just to kind of thin the pool? Should we keep it localized to like American cinema?
No.
We want to keep it open to the world cinema?
Yeah. I would also say it has to be a narrative.
Okay.
Like it can't be like a documentary or
okay.
Like
No, and that's
a
good.
vlog or something like that.
And yeah. Okay. I got a couple off the top of my head.
I mean,
and that's a loose guideline.
I love that you hit it this fast. I thought we were gonna like rabbit hole for a while.
Oh no, we can definitely rabbit hole because I know you can poke some holes in things, and vice versa.
And vice versa, correct.
I'll just give you the worst ones that come to my head.
Yeah.
And we can narrow down further from here, but
Okay.
I'll kind of just there's several.
And then what are the other qualifications that make it so bad? Because there are some movies out there that I've watched that are like really fucking terrible, but I kind of like there's elements to it that are like it's not that bad. Like Shatter Dead. Shatter Dead is a fucking like. Have you ever seen it?
It's a disaster piece.
It falls apart upon itself over and over and over.
Oh yeah.
But they kind of knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
Kind of. What I'm saying is like they understood what fucking film language was, and then they knew how to edit, even if it was VHS to VHS.
Like, so a couple qualifications I would say to make something bad. Story is key. Like, and a lot of the ones that I'm thinking of, the story was really bad.
Okay. And what qualifies as bad for a story?
I was looking at my phone within the first 20 minutes.
Okay, so does your boredom make it bad, or does like what about the story make you bored? Is it incoherent? Is it
no? Yeah, for me these were boredom based.
Okay.
I can watch just about anything.
Yeah,
I mean
your tolerance is pretty fucking high.
You throw it in front of me, I'm gonna give it a try, and I'm most likely gonna make it through the whole thing. And there's a lot of them that I've made it through where I talk to you guys and you're like, which one was that? And I'm like, it's this one. You're like, oh fuck, you watched that again? Like
you've done some rough ones. Man.
I've done Ghost House. I've done that like 4 or 5 times.
What's Ghost House?
Ghost House is the one with the ham radio enthusiast. And you remember.
This isn't ringing a bell.
Okay,
no, it's
so
not.
Ham radio enthusiast, and they go to a cabin, and he gets a message from the future over his ham radio, and he hears that song. Do 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 do.
Like literally, I'm getting sparks of memories, and then it's just gone.
There's a clown stuffed animal, and there's a little girl. Let me show you the cover.
Oh yeah, I mean, please.
I'll pull it up because
by all means, please.
It's. I mean, I've watched it. It's an Italian film.
Oh, that's making more sense.
Yeah,
now.
it's part of the La Casa. Nightmare.
What is that?
Which
part 4? Part 5?
I think it's part 5.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, we can talk about that wonderful mess of a.
Which, by the way,
Italian.
I just picked up. You know how we watched Zombie 3 recently?
Yes.
For the first time, I picked up Zombie 5 and 8.
Oh, I didn't know there was an 8.
I didn't either.
It's
called Urban Decay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
God, that's like when Return of the Living Dead put out Rave to the Grave.
Oh God, was that 5 or 4?
They came out at the same time. There was Necropolis and Rave from the Grave, and they came out at the
4 and Necropolis was 5.
That's the cover. La Casa 3.
Oh yeah. I know this one.
I've watched that so many times.
I think I've watched it once. Like it's so weird that I can remember a movie, because of the poster.
Yeah. Oh, but that's because we worked in the video store. I'm the same way. You can tell me a movie, I'll never have seen it. I'll know loose details, but I'll know the cover.
Yeah. Right.
So story for me, is it engaging?
Okay.
If it's incoherent, like we've watched incoherent plots, Night Killer, and
it didn't fucking make sense.
it made me feel like I took crazy pills.
Did you watch Dangerous Men?
Yes.
Oh my God, you did.
Yes.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
I did watch Dangerous
That
Men.
is fucking. I have zero idea what's happening because they keep losing actors because they made it over like 5 years or something, and they keep losing actors, so they keep having to like introduce new actors and new plot, and like none of it ever connects.
They were just like, it's fine. We're making it work.
It is hilarious.
Oh yeah, it's
confusing as shit.
Oh yeah,
but not my worst film.
But yeah, that's the like. I will stick with stuff like that solely out of curiosity.
Yeah,
what the fuck is happening? If the audio quality is bad, and not music, dialogue,
correct.
If I cannot hear the story, good or bad,
okay.
I think those are my two big, like bad lighting. I can stick with.
Me too. Yeah.
Quality, like film quality, that, we've watched things.
Yeah.
And that speaks for itself.
Which is shot on film, by the way.
Yeah. And for anyone who's seen things, they're saying, oh, wow, you guys are tough.
Because that all the way through.
That was brutal.
That was rough.
The McPherson
that was really
tapes.
rough. That was probably on one of my. That I think that would be like if I had a pantheon of bad, I think things would be among the pantheon.
Yeah. That was a very hard film to watch. We made it all the way through. I wouldn't call it my worst.
No,
because it kept me going. What the fuck is going on?
Right, and that's what is. I was still invested.
Exactly. In my confusion, I stuck with it.
Right.
Now, movies that I flat out was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start out with some heavy hitters.
Let's do it.
Like, heavy hitters not being they're good movies, but heavy hitters being there were large budgets attached to it.
Oh.
And I think you know a couple of them already. I
wanted to go down this hole, too.
Because not everything that gets money thrown at it is good.
Concurred.
I mean, I would say top 3 worst high-budget movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters. 3.
Wait. Is that the ladies'
Kate
ones?
McKinnon, and that was utter dog shit.
I would definitely put that on. Not I can't do something like a top 3 because
no.
I didn't need to like think about it.
Yeah,
but yes,
I mean that
is dog shit film.
That is one of the worst films I think has ever made.
Like all 4 of them were trying to be funny the whole time instead of like giving the right.
And it was just like, hey, there's Dan Aykroyd. He's like, you guys look like a couple Ghostbusters. Yeah, see you later. And it's like, oh my god, like it was just so on the nose.
Yeah, it was painful.
I hated that one. The Eternals.
I don't know how I keep forgetting that this movie exists.
I do.
Marvel goes out of its way to say that never happened.
Yes, they retconned the fuck out of that because it was dog shit.
Yeah.
I remember watching it, falling asleep, having like the most intense dream where I lived like 6 lifetimes and 2 minutes passed by in that movie.
So you played Roy?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I went back to the carpet store.
You went back to the carpet store after?
That was just so bad.
Yeah. And are they doing the part 2?
Oh god, I fucking hope not.
I love when that movie came out. Every reviewer was like, "It's finally an adult Marvel movie," and I'm like, "No, this is an adult Marvel movie the way Bran is an adult breakfast food."
Yeah. And I hate that Kumail Nanjiani's in it because I want Kumail Nanjiani in the MCU and I want him to be so successful so badly.
God, I know.
And he got so ripped for that role. He was so excited to be part of it.
Holy shit, he did.
And it just totally bottomed out. When I found out Angelina Jolie was in that movie, I was like, nope, I have no interest in this.
That was mine too. I was like, nope.
Like her, Salma Hayek. I'm not discrediting them as actors. I just don't like them.
I don't like Angelina Jolie because like she's like pretty much pushed herself into a corner where she only do like these very nose in the air art.
Yeah, I'm better than
they're
you.
not art films.
No, they're
but
not.
they're like they're wannabe art films.
Yeah, she's
like,
a poser.
She's a poser. Thank you.
Like if she, okay, I'll say this.
Hey,
and then we can move on.
It's a safe space.
I liked her the most in Hackers.
Oh fuck yes, agreed.
She was
100%.
so fucking cool. Like,
yep.
I will watch Cyborg fucking 2 over watching any of her other movies that she makes recently with this snobby bullshit.
Yep,
I will go back and watch Cyborg 2 100,000 times because it is better than The Changeling or some of that other dog shit that she did.
They're not good films.
No, they're awful.
They're not. They're so boring. They're so like lackluster, and I don't. Literally, I walk away from those movies not remembering them.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like reading a pamphlet at the doctor's office.
Yep.
I'm not gonna fucking remember what I read.
And that's actually I'm glad you said that because I have some movies like that where I have seen multiple times and I do not remember them.
Yep.
It is like in
Cloud Atlas.
I remember. Oh man,
before the now. That's literally all I remember about the movie.
Dude, Underworld. I remember I was like, okay, Beckinsale's hot. Oh, she's a vampire hunter. Oh, I'm all in on this movie.
I wanted that to be so.
I watched it and I went, I don't remember any of it. And then I remember like the first 10 minutes, and then maybe it's the color palette, like because it's that
really dark
dreary blue,
yeah.
and I cannot remember unless it was a scene from the trailer with that badass Gem song in it. Or no, that was Ultraviolet. With Mia Jovovich. Yeah.
Well, I got fond memories of that.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun.
It was like Dragon War. It was fun.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna go do something else.
Yeah. It's like, well, we did that one.
Yeah, exactly.
We crossed that bucket off the list.
Yeah.
But yeah, those would be like just to start the ball, to get the Indiana Jones boulder rolling.
Yes.
Those would be 3 major motion pictures, like big money blockbusters.
So
we can throw Battlefield Earth in there too, because that movie is horrendous dog shit.
It is not good, but again,
it's fun to watch though. But
it's fun to watch, and I think that's where my huge stipulation for this is going to come into play.
Mm-hmm.
If I enjoyed watching it, not for the fact that it was good,
right,
but for the fact that I like to laugh at it or
Yes.
had fun. There's a lot of bad movies out there, like Samurai Cop or Birdemic or Suburban Sasquatch. Anything Dave Westcavage does is
Fungicide.
Fungicide is a perfect example.
Fungicide's phenomenal.
They shot the whole movie in 2 days.
And it shows.
And it's so rip-roaringly, I don't give a fuck that it's funny.
Yeah.
And if he were to try and make it funny, it would instantly not be.
Right.
And I think that's where my big problem with like modern day bad movies come in, because they're trying to make a bad movie. And because of that, I don't give a fuck. It's not funny. It's not entertaining.
And I found through looking just at DVD cases and looking for bad movies, you're absolutely right. And the other thing I found with them is people have found out there's a market for bad movies.
Yeah, no shit.
And what has happened is you will see a cover. Perfect case in point, I saw one the other day, and it was called like Bigfoot Ridge or Big. It was
yeah.
Bigfoot
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, so I was checking it out, and essentially they just found like B-rate softcore porn stars, and they were like, hey, we're going to make a funny movie about Bigfoot, but it's a B movie and people watch it. And it like, so they found like a TNA avenue. Now, don't get me wrong, TNA has always been a staple of bad horror movies. You look at
course.
anything by Jim Wynorski, you look at anything by David Decoteau or there's a Fred Olen Ray. I mean, that was their bread and butter. If you look at Evil Toons, if you watch the interview, he says, I hired porn stars because they were comfortable with the nudity I wanted, and they wouldn't complain to me about it. So there's always been a niche for that. He's a fucking dirtbag, but I have watched every single one of his movies.
Oh, we watched so many back-to-back without knowing they were his. We got to the end and we're like, oh, motherfucker, it's another one.
Yeah. Like, I watched so many Fred Olen Ray movies at one point in time that there was some song that was popular on the radio and I didn't know the words, and I would just insert his name into it because it felt like it fit. That's how many Fred Olen Ray movies I watched. Yeah. He's a dirtbag, but I like what he does because they're stupid, and he knows it.
Is Olin Ray also the guy who does the Zen filmmaking? Is he the same one?
No,
This is
you're
where I get a
reading
little
my
confused.
mind. You're
Okay.
reading my mind.
Yeah.
That is a gentleman by the name of Scott Shaw.
Thank you, Scott Shaw. That's did they work together? Because for some
No.
reason I remember them being very
So
close.
he was. I think they were probably they probably ran in similar circles.
Okay.
But the gentleman that he kind of was partnered with, pardon me, the gentleman he was partnered with, did our favorite. No, I shouldn't say our favorite.
Yeah.
Another Rowdy Roddy Piper movie, which is Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Yeah.
So I don't recall that director's name, but he was.
I picked that one up from Vinegar Syndrome.
Oh, you did?
They had a Polish cover version.
Ooh,
Yeah.
see, that would be worth it.
That's what I thought.
For sure.
I like the Polish movie posters.
I
man.
don't remember the gentleman's name. Now, Scott Shaw did direct Frogtown 2, which
was
is a
not
direct
good.
sequel.
Which was not good.
No, because Scott Shaw did it.
Yeah.
So his whole premise that he created was something called Zen filmmaking.
Yes.
Where you get actors, it's kind of like guerrilla filmmaking. You almost find locations. There is no script. You go into this, and he, as the director, says, "Here's what's happening in this scene. Now, figure it out."
Yeah.
And that's how we got Roller Gator.
Yep.
That's how we got Ghost Baby.
Yep.
That's what
There's a ton more too. I think he has like 140 of
he
these
has
movies.
so many, and 90% of those cast Joe Estevez.
Well, because
Charlie Sheen's
There you go. Yep.
Martin Sheen's brother, Emilio Estevez's dad.
yeah.
Yeah. Joe Estevez is in all of these movies.
He does look like a fat version of
Martin Sheen.
Emilio Estevez.
Yeah. The Mighty Duck Man himself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I derailed on a
No.
little bit
I
of
mean,
tangent.
actually, I did want to go down the Scott
Yeah.
Shaw road.
Like I would say Roller Gator is one of the worst films ever made. We did watch it in full.
So I have a buddy, right, who actually makes corporate videos with me.
Yeah.
and He is really good at what he does.
Okay.
And I had him come out one day just to hang out because we'd never hung out. We worked together for 5 years, but we
Right.
never hung out. So I had him come out, and I was like, well, I got this podcast I have to do tomorrow. I have to watch this movie. Do you want to watch it with me? He's like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
And we watched the whole thing, and I look over at him. He's like, please don't invite me back anymore. He's like, next time let's actually watch something that's worthwhile. And I'm like, that was worthwhile. He's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then we watched a bunch of Everything Is Terrible.
Oh, those
edits.
are great.
Oh my god, those are so
Love
fucking
those.
good.
Love those.
But Roller Gator is a weird fucking beast.
It absolutely 100% shot on VHS.
I don't
Absolutely
think it's that high quality.
onboard mics used.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
There was nothing there was no Q&A department here.
If there was no Roller Gator, it would have been a Dogma 95 movie.
Yeah, it would have been. You're absolutely right.
A girl on a beach, guys trying to get her. That's fucking Dogma 95 right there.
Yeah.
All natural lighting because they couldn't afford,
Anything.
a flashlight.
And I'm trying to think, are there films that I could think, I don't know if I've finished a lot of movies. Because that's the big thing. We have to have finished
Yeah.
the movie.
I have a movie in mind,
Okay. Lay it on me.
but before I get to there, because
Yeah.
I think it's going to be my penultimate, unless we start poking holes and I find other avenues.
Okay.
In college, this is not the movie I'm talking about. I'm talking about another movie first.
All right.
I had a film professor who we had a directing class, and the whole class was about finding your voice and creating something unique,
Sure.
and working with actors and understanding camera and shit like that. So he had us watch this movie called Nostalgia,
Okay.
and I think it's Swedish or some country up in that area.
Okay.
It's basically about a priest who lost his faith, and he slowly gets it back throughout the film.
That sounds awful.
And that's the plot. Literally, there's nothing else happening in the plot. I remember a 15, 20-minute sequence of him standing next to architectural locations. That's it. But the movie is famous for this next scene. And people in the class were like, oh, it was riveting. It was so captivating. But the scene was there was an in-ground pool with no water in it, and the priest said, if I can carry this candle from one end to the other without it being blown out, God exists.
Okay.
And he had to go all the way there and all the way back.
Okay.
So every time he goes like 10 feet, the candle blows out. So he walks back, relights it, goes back, gets about 10 feet, blows out, comes back. When you would do this in real life, you would probably walk at a decent pace.
Yeah.
This motherfucker is looking like he's holding a souffle that's about to burst. Like he's so slow with it. And the camera never cuts. It's one shot. And the reason I remember this scene so viscerally is because I got in trouble because I didn't realize I didn't finish the movie. Because I was watching this scene, and at some point my brain said, you aren't doing anything. Go do something. And then I just remember waking up like from wherever I was in my brain.
Yeah.
And I was on the computer just playing shit online, just like playing around. And I looked over and the credits were rolling, and I'm like, fuck, I guess that was the end. I didn't even realize. No, there's like 30 more minutes of movie that my brain just said, this isn't important. Fucking stop doing it.
Yeah.
So that movie's not on my penultimate list, but it's a piece of shit. It looks gorgeous, but it's a piece of shit. Nostalgia.
Dude.
Gross.
I'm glad you remembered the name, so I know to avoid that.
Well, I mean, you don't go. I'm sorry. There has never been a Saturday where you or me are sitting around going, you know what? I want to watch an existential art film. That screams Saturday.
I will say, I feel like it's every Saturday where we're like, you know what we should watch? Remember Williams Witches?
Oh, my God. Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up because literally I forgot the name.
Oh,
Okay.
I will never. It is burned in my
no.
brain, and I need to own it.
I thought you did.
I found it on YouTube at one point.
Yeah.
I also Level Up, was that the other one? I've never been able to find a copy of Level Up.
That was the one where I asked the guy what he shot on because it looked like a fucking phone.
Yeah, and he was like,
red.
It was like a Black Mamba 2 or whatever.
He shot with a red.
Oh, Jesus.
He shot with a red dragon.
Oh,
and like,
my God.
I was going to ask a follow-up question and say, who sold you this red dragon? Because it was not. Fisher Price does not have a red dragon line.
It was a mauve wyvern. No.
No.
It was a knockoff.
Yeah. I got it from this Chinese guy. Like, he was selling Mogwais and this awesome camera. So I was like,
I fed it after midnight though. You know, the
I
camera.
put a tape in it.
I put a tape in it.
Tape. Wait.
Hang on, like mini DV. Like, what are you talking here?
Yeah, that's
Super 8,
this
high 8.
is- So for those out there who don't know, at that point in time, a Red Dragon outside of 35 millimeter film or ARRI Alexas was the highest grade camera you could use for cinema. Giant Hollywood films shot on red.
Yeah.
And this dude said he shot on a red.
Yeah.
And he might have,
but
he didn't know how to fucking use it.
Oh, it was just awful.
It's like, you know, a dump truck driver driving a fucking Tesla. You know, it's like you know one thing.
Look at all these buttons.
Yeah, exactly. or lack thereof. I guess. Yeah.
But yeah, I just
Nothing against truck drivers out there. I
No,
fucking
no.
love you guys. Anyway.
trying to think. Because you brought up some good stuff with like film school and like
sorry,
film
I went
classes.
down a fucking
you,
hole.
dude. We always do. I'm just reeling us back.
Yeah.
Because
Film school.
I like your question, and I'm drawing a lot of blanks right now because I know there's a lot more bad movies that I've
I
watched.
kind of want to go through them. Like, wait, which like, okay, let's discuss film school, but then I kind of want to be like, what movies have we watched where we're like, this was fucking terrible?
Because there's been some where we have not been able to get through them.
You and I started last Vampire on Earth, and we gave up.
Well, that's because the audio was just dog shit.
We finished it, by the way. We finished it 2 weeks ago.
It took you that long.
No, it took us 4 years to finish it. Actually, legitimately 3.
Wow.
Legitimately 3 years. But we watched it from the beginning to end, and it is fucking regrettable, man. It is terrible.
Like, if the audio was just a little bit louder.
You can't understand what they're saying half the
No,
time.
you can't. And, like, I would be fine to watch it with subtitles. I don't think there's a subtrack for it, though.
No.
Because no one can understand what the fuck they're saying, you know?
Even the fucking director.
Yeah.
By the way, Vitelli Versace.
That's a director?
Vitelli Versace.
Vici.
We watched a little documentary, like a behind the scenes thing afterwards. Just because we love, like, my big obsession right now is finding what are they called? Vanity pieces. Vanity projects.
Yeah.
The Champagne and Bullets.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Seven Samurai, where people are like, not Seven Samurai. That's
Night
that's
Killer.
A great movie. No. A vanity project is usually someone who is directing and acting.
Oh.
But Neil Breen,
who
just the director thinks himself as like the end all be all
the
best thing
character.
ever.
Yeah.
So Vitelli Versace is very much in that vein, but he's not in his movies on purpose. He's in a lot of reflections of cars and shit. But they were doing an interview. It's like, well, why did you pick this actor, the one with the girthy neck, but looks like he weighs 40 pounds?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, you know, he showed up. I was like, oh, that's about right.
I love that when they just give you that brutal honesty, because a lot of Hollywood is so much like pomp. And,
of course it is. Yeah.
I remember seeing stuff like that where, like, just it's such a narcissistic industry, especially if you're trying to, like, pave your own way, and especially if you're a director. I mean, like, we've watched some interviews with, like, Claudio Fragrasso on the Night Killer DVD.
And he thought he was doing good shit.
He thought he was, like, they were like, so tell me about, like, making this movie. He's like, well, it was very cold, and I wore 3 coats, and these coats were terrible coats. Let me tell you about these coats.
Oh, God.
And it was like,
I can't believe you remembered all these details.
I can never forget. It's just
and
like,
he talked about the masseuse who touched his dick.
yeah, but he's not gay. He's not gay. But I called him back for 3 more massages. You know, it's like, and that's the guy that directed Troll 2.
Yes,
Claudio Fragrasso. I love that. I've always been fascinated with, like, you know, people always thought, like, Harrison Ford hated playing Han Solo. But it was really, he just doesn't like crowds. So when he just seemed disinterested because he doesn't like crowds. And people were like, well, he just doesn't like the content. It's like, no, that's not it at all. Or he might have been like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here, so why would I...
He used to say it to George all the time. He would always say, like, no one talks like this, George. And he would just, like, Harrison Ford would rewrite his own fucking lines.
But that's why it was fucking good.
That's why it was fucking good. Correct.
That's what other people in Star Wars couldn't do, because they'd be like, you're George Lucas. All hail George Lucas.
Except for Alec Guinness. That motherfucker has a good history.
Yeah.
Oh, and Peter Cushing.
I'm talking in the in the new stuff.
Yeah.
And that's how you get, you know.
I agree.
They were animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. Yeah, we know. So, film school.
Anyway, yeah.
Going back to that, watching... So, I was in a couple nice film classes where it was just, you know, watching, like, film history stuff, like good shit.
Yeah.
That gauge, you know, that's where we would watch stuff like The Seventh Seal. That's where we would watch, you know, Ingmar Bergman.
Yeah.
You know, we would watch... I think we talked about, like, I watched The Exorcist there. I watched...
You watched that in class? I didn't know that.
No, I take that back. I didn't watch The Exorcist in class. I watched The Exorcist when I was 8 in religious school.
Are you... wait, in what?
Yeah, I was in Sunday school.
Did they try to, like, scare you?
Oh, yeah.
That's such a dick thing to do.
They showed us The Exorcist, and then they showed us later, I think it was in 6th grade, they showed us real tapes of real exorcisms. And at the time... I didn't have my skin thickened enough, so I bought into the bullshit. And I was freaked out for a while, like, the devil exists. I mean, I'm looking back.
By the way, this is starting to clear up a lot of issues about why you got into horror as a very young age.
Right? But we would watch a lot of, and like, stuff I would have no interest in watching.
Okay.
Like, I remember watching, like, Defending Your Life, like, with Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep, and I'm like, this looks stupid.
Yeah.
And then I watched them, like, That was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, that's how I was with Doctor Strangelove too.
Yeah,
I had no interest
yeah.
and I watched it. I'm like, fuck, that was good.
Dude, time after time.
Time after time.
Time after time. That one caught me so fucking off guard.
I don't know this one.
It's Malcolm McDowell. So, instant
yeah.
watch. I don't remember the other gentleman. He's in fucking everything from the 80s. I can't remember his name for the life of me. But it is about H.G. Wells and Jack the Ripper. H.G. Wells invents the time machine. Jack the Ripper steals it and goes back in time. Yep.
No shit.
To modern day London. And then H.G. Wells follows him into the future, but ends up in California because the time machine moved. And so with it, he ended up in a different area. And they cross paths, and he's like hunting for Jack the Ripper because they were friends. And it's brilliant. It's funny. It's brilliant. And I remember watching like time after time. This sounds like such a stupid premise for a movie.
Thought it was,
Oh my God, it's great. It's fucking great.
you watched that in class?
I watched that in class.
Man, you had a fucking dope teacher.
He was so cool. Like that was the guy that I wrote the term paper for about Scream Queens, about Linnea Quigley and all that. And I got a C.
I was gonna say, didn't he fucking like not like it?
It's okay. Like we were still cool. Like I was like, I get it. You know, he's like, come on, man. Like you're trying to compare Barbara Crampton in From Beyond, you know, to like some massive heroine like Ripley in Alien, and it just doesn't work that way. And I'm like, I mean,
it's a fucking fair argument.
No, and it was like I was very focused on Scream Queens, Scream Queens, and I forgotted this pantheon of strong female characters that were out there. I was like, no, these are the ones that show their boobies in the horror movies, and so I'm gonna write about them.
Yep. I actually did. I did a similar paper for film class about how rape revenge films were actually feminism.
Whoa!
And my teacher was very progressive, very feminist.
Sure.
And I'm a feminist. I believe fucking women should have absolute right to do
Absolutely, they should.
and it shouldn't be a women thing. It should be you're fucking human.
Yeah,
That's what
I
it
was
boils
gonna
down
say
to.
you don't
Yes,
sound like
yes.
a feminist. You sound like you have common fucking sense.
No, correct.
You know?
But I wrote that paper, and she goes, "Come talk to me." So I sat down with her, and she grilled me on it, and not in a bad way, but like I think she was sussing me out to see, because I'm not a good writer.
Yeah.
I'm a decent talker. I'm a decent arguer.
Sure.
But I shit at writing, and I think she knew that.
Yeah.
So she gave me an A after we sat down and talked.
Yeah.
Because I was able to argue it a little bit better.
Sure.
And what I did was I just went off on a tangent. So I'm like, okay, I spit on your grave. Like what it is a woman literally taking back her right in society and saying, fuck you, I am on even ground. And since you took this away from me, I will take it away from you as an even trade. It is not I am better than you. It is a fucking even trade at the end of the day.
Right.
And I went off on fucking tangents on that. And
Did you bring up like Last House on the Left?
Oh yeah.
and-
I did the whole fucking gamut. Granted, I can't remember all the rape revenge movies I watched.
should hope not, because I mean
That shit sticks with you in a bad way.
it's a dark area to go down. Like
Yeah.
I remember watching I Spit on Your Grave, and I was like, oh, I've seen that now.
Me too.
You know, or what's the other one? Thriller? Is that the?
Oh, I have not brought myself to watch it yet.
I can't.
I know how they made it.
Yeah.
And yet I still see the scenes, and I'm like, that's a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
have
know
no
they
desire.
had body doubles. I know they had everything else, but it's still I can't bring myself to watch it yet.
No, I'm with you. You've watched Serbian film. I will never watch Serbian film.
I am no longer reaching out for those movies,
No.
like August Underground or shit like
no,
that. I am
I'm done
not
with that stuff.
trying to. Dude, like any animal who gets slightly abused in a movie, I shut down. Speaking of which,
Hey, buddy.
I am really
Sensitive.
I'm starting to become more sensitive, but I'm becoming more sensitive to life. Like I killed a bee in my backyard the other day,
Oh yeah.
and I fucking just like crumpled. Like I didn't like fall to the ground. It was just like, why?
Yeah.
Who the fuck am I to tell another living creature that they can't live?
I get that.
So
for
like
sure.
I'm really not enjoying it in my entertainment.
Oh yeah.
I'm just done with it.
Pretty much anytime I watch a movie now, if there's an animal in it and it's a horror movie,
yeah.
I say if that animal gets hurt, I'm shutting it off.
Yeah,
I don't care how good
right,
this movie is.
right.
It's kind of a universal understanding in my house. It's like
Yep.
if the animal gets hurt or mistreated,
Yep.
I will not. Like I can barely watch the first John Wick movie.
Yeah, that's rough. And it
I
looks
understand
real.
what it's doing, and there's
Yeah.
like, I get it's an animal revenge film, but I don't want to see that. Like,
Yeah.
I will skip over that, just like I skip over the first 10 minutes of the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because of the sex scene.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
Worst movies ever made,
yes,
folks.
And
in our
that's it,
opinion.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's it.
And we're out. So you're mentioning film school. Are you going down any paths here?
I guess the only path was I got lucky that I never watched any that I didn't like. But
That's cool.
we saw cool ones, and your mention of what was it called? Narcissism? Nostradamus?
Nostalgia.
Narcissism? Yeah.
Nostalgia.
It kind of brought up other like art house type films that I
Yeah.
watched, and even some like experimental art films.
Which I want to stay clear from, because like Andy Warhol did Empire, the 24-hour film,
Yeah.
a single shot of the Empire building. That's not a fucking
No.
I think it has to be a narrative. It has to be an attempt at telling a story.
Yeah, and a lot of that stuff, it's more like they had an interesting idea and a
you're
cool
right,
way to
right,
shoot it,
right.
And the concept worked.
Yeah, like it's an art film.
Like, but if you want to say like narrative of like good films people haven't seen, yeah, you've got like George Lucas in Love, like. But
it's
again,
great.
we're not going down that road. But we're
yeah.
going bad movies.
Yeah.
But like we've seen really bad movies at Gen Con. I don't remember a lot of the names of them outside of Williams Witches.
Williams Witches was pretty terrible.
And
but I wouldn't put it on.
I wouldn't put it because it was still watchable.
It was still watchable,
and we could.
and it was
we're
coherent.
making jokes about it now,
Yeah.
so it
Right.
stands the test of like, yeah, it was bad, but it was fun because it was bad because they took
Yeah.
it seriously.
And that's the big thing. Yeah.
They made it. They said we're making something really good, and that's to me that's the distinction. Like
I agree.
I can watch. Honestly, I would even like parody movies. Like, remember when there was like the not another this
Yeah.
movie? Those wouldn't even rank in my bad movies because
no,
I
they're
watched
not.
them and they were funny sometimes. Even like Saturday the 14th or Shriek If I Know You Screamed Last Friday the 13th.
Jesus, I can't believe you remember the title off the top of your head.
Yeah, or Stan Helsing. I fucking love Stan Helsing. I talk about it at least once a year to you.
Yeah.
Those are really horrendous films.
Saturday the 14th was not enjoyable. I'm
No.
sorry. Wait, I'll take it back. As a kid,
It was great.
I loved it.
As a kid, Saturday the 14th and Mr. Bogety were like
Mr.
the same to me. Like,
Eat the pancakes.
yeah. Bride of Bogety.
Oh my God, there was a sequel.
There was a sequel. I loved Mr. Bogety and Bride of Bogety.
Those were rough.
Yeah, but they wouldn't be on my worst
No,
films.
no,
because I can still go back and watch them,
Correct.
even if they're background.
Correct.
Like I can never put on the Ghostbusters movie. I can never put on Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
So is that a deciding factor? Is that where we say we can never watch it again? And
Yeah.
at what level does never watch it means? Because I'm never going to watch Irreversible again.
No, but that's
But
different.
it's a fucking fantastic film.
I think
I'm never going to watch Passion of Christ or Serbian film again, but both of them were good for what they were.
I'll probably never go back and watch Requiem for a Dream again, but it's a fucking brilliant film.
Yeah, it's a hard film to watch.
It is. And I think, the big piece for me has got to be the entertainment factor. Like, if I paid money for this, like, something comes out to theaters, and I see the trailers and I listen to the hype because that's everything now.
Because that's what we do as humans.
That's all there is now, anyways. Like, if I paid money for this movie, would I walk out going, I got my money's worth?
Okay.
Like, and like, if it came out, would I rent it and watch it again?
Okay.
Like a lot of things are unexpected. Like I went into watching Grandma's Boy. I'm like, this is gonna fucking suck. And I walked out of it. I'm like, this is one of my favorite cult films ever.
Really? Like you actually liked it?
I love Grandma's
I enjoyed
Boy.
it far more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah.
I'll never watch it again.
Oh, I've seen it countless handfuls of times. I think it's hilarious.
Countless handfuls.
Yeah,
of times.
I just have so many hands. Because I watch it all the. I think it's so funny, and they captured something that I didn't realize. Because of that movie, I almost got a job at a game company in Champaign, Volition Entertainment, to be a game tester. And
I couldn't do that. Man.
Very quickly realized how I did not want to do that after going through the interview process.
I've watched people on YouTube talk about the actual like what it takes.
Dude.
Oh no!
You have to have no brain.
You just have to keep fucking going.
They had me.
I can't.
They had me test a buggy Punisher game, and they were like, "We want you to play this game, and we want you to call out all the bugs you see." And I was like wearing a suit.
Wait.
Like, I went to Champaign, Illinois, living in
a suit. Okay.
Yeah, I like my interview. I was wearing a suit and tie, sitting in this rinky-dink game studio that made fucking Saints Row, and they're like,
"Oh my God, was it really?"
They made Saints Row.
Okay.
And I was like, they're like, "Can you find all the bugs in this demo level?" And I was like, "Oh sure." I tried to reload here, it didn't reload. Oh, here I fell off the map, and they're like, "Good, you're finding the bugs." And then they go, "So you understand you're not going to work on these types of games, right? You're going to work on like Strawberry Shortcake and My Little Pony." And I was hey. And there's no hate on MLP, but it's just like those were not the games that like you get into it thinking, "I'm going to be fucking working on
Skyrim."
Yeah, I'm going to work on something dope, and I'm going to like, no, you're going to work on like, Pet the Pony, Barbie games and
Mr.
stuff
Bubbles.
like that.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Because that's where the money is.
That's where the money is.
Until DLC came out. Because this was like pre-DLC.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I remember it was like, I did that because of Grandma's Book. Because I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do after college. I was like, I know I need money.
Man, you should stream more. Oh, okay.
We're back.
Wait, hold on.
I detracted us again.
Side tangent, because I really want to talk about this.
Okay, yeah.
You are a really good streamer.
Oh, thank you.
Like, you're my friend. You're one of my best friends on this fucking planet, dude. Like, I love you.
Oh,
like, if you and I were blood brothers, it'd be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You are one of the only people I've ever said, if you want to come live with us, it'd be cool.
Yeah, we'd have fun.
So... I lost my total train of thought over my man crush of you. What the fuck were we talking about?
I'm glowing.
I mean, yeah, you're like, I can't even look up. I'm looking at the table because I'm like, I'm getting an eye boner right now.
You flatter me, sir. Thank you.
You're an amazing human being.
Oh, thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
Okay, dick out of mouth. Okay.
We sure like this.
As a streamer,
yeah,
you are fucking fascinating.
Oh, thanks,
so
man.
Like I am, even though you're my friend.
Yeah.
When it comes to shit I kind of know.
Yeah.
I become critical. It's not something that I purposely do, but like movies,
Yeah.
I just go into fucking review critical mode.
Sure.
It just happens. So I watch a lot of streaming during the day while I work.
Mm-hmm.
And streaming's fucking difficult because most people are fucking boring.
Yeah.
You would stream for like 4 hours and not once did I want to do anything else.
Oh, that's cool, man.
It was fascinating. And I remember telling our friend Chris, I was like, hey, you got to check him out. You have to watch it because literally you came off as nerdy Bob Ross, where like you were like constantly talking, like you were building models, you were playing games, and you were constantly talking. It's like, hey, this is okay. I had some trouble at work today. It kind of sucked, but we all have that. I'm like, and it's okay to have these troubles. And literally, dude, like any problem I had that day, like a bad phone call or something, I was just like, oh shit, that's okay.
Oh, cool, man.
Like literally you were doing like this motivational shit, which I don't think you knew you were doing.
No, it just kind of was like words out of my head. Like I just was like, I'll just stop thinking about it. I'll just talk about it.
So I wanted to preface this with that.
Okay.
That I think you would go very far if you were to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I think you would hit. I think just like every other fucking social media aspect on the planet, you would need to hustle to get there.
Sure.
And you got a taste of that with Andrea being a streamer.
Yeah, absolutely.
And how hard she worked.
It's hard, man.
It is not a, hey, I get to stream and then I'm done.
And I think people, that's what they think it is.
Yeah.
Like
everyone does until you actually try it. Yeah.
And it's like talking about movies too, right? You know, when we were growing up and we had our insane love of movies because that was how we viewed the world. You know, we didn't like travel the world. We didn't have all this money to do all this shit. You know, our lens of the world was the TV screen or the movie screen. Yeah. That's how we learned about different cultures and different, like,
100%.
That's how we found our identity, and we were like, wow, the world's a pretty big place. It was all because of movies, which were readily accessible and made us, well, at least for me, it made me feel unique because I was watching things that people weren't watching.
Same.
You know, and yeah, you got a lot of shit for that, but I didn't care because I was angsty. You know, I was like, oh, you don't even know. But as you get more into these types of things and you build these worldviews and you see how big the world is and getting into film and wanting to say, I want to do this for the art, but you knew there was other aspects of it. You know, you knew you'd have to work with, you know, actors and people with narcissism. And
worst part about making movies, right there.
Absolutely. You know, other people's input and opinions because they have the money.
Part about them.
Yeah. And that quite frankly, that was stuff I didn't want to deal with.
Yeah.
And so I think, but the pool back then, like when we were getting into our interest and we thought we could maybe make this a lifestyle, the pool of success seemed bigger. Like the pond was big, and we were small fish in it, but the pond was big, but it had limits. You had a border to that pond where you said, hey, if I go to Hollywood or Chicago or New York, you know, Chicago is pretty much known for improv
and
commercial. New York is theater, and Hollywood is movies, obviously.
Right.
So, and pretty much TV's everywhere.
Yeah.
But it was like you had a pond, you were a small fish, but you could get bigger within the confines of that pond. Now, with streaming, everybody can do it. And everybody sees average Joes getting that one thing that pops them off. And they go, whoa, all they did was that. I can fucking do that.
I can play video games all day.
I'm pretty interesting. I'm pretty cool. And that's like, it makes me think, and this is a bad analogy, but it's the best one I can think of. Like, I remember growing up in high school as guys talk in like the locker room and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, man, it'd be so dope to be a fucking porn star and like bang chicks all day. And it's like, you don't understand how you have to wreck your body to be in that profession and like the fucking shit you have to go through. And people think the same thing. I play video games all day. I love playing video games. But there's like things you don't realize, like that's now your job. It's not fun anymore. And what you want to play doesn't matter because when you don't have people, you play what's popular to get people.
And you have to play the newest thing all the time.
And when you get people, you play what they want you to play because they're paying you money.
Right.
And there's this unspoken obligation to these people who will vanish the second that you stop or the second that you change. Like there is zero loyalty because there are 8 billion people on this planet. And I say this all the time because that number freaking freaks me out, that there's 8 billion people on this planet. And we think, wow, I can be that guy. I can be the next. But you don't know how much work goes into it. I think the people, and I think this is true with a lot of things in life, and I can't say for a fact if it true is or isn't, but when you go in without the intent to achieve success, you'll probably find it. And that sounds weird.
No, I get what you're saying, though.
But it's like when you don't give a shit, you can be your most authentic self.
That's true. That's true.
And that is what is going to get you where you want to be.
Right.
Every time I've gone into jobs, I've tried and I've busted ass and I've sacrificed and I've done all this stuff. And then I hit a wall where I go, fuck this, man. And that's when shit pops off. So, and I'm not saying that would happen with streaming too.
No, but it kind of does because like the videos I make for work and for my own brand and shit, the ones I put literal like weeks of time into never get views. but I have John kick a Santa Claus and say he's here to save the day.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-second clip, and it goes fucking viral.
Yeah.
It's fucking, because that's what makes me laugh. Like,
yeah. I still think about, on a very regular basis, this was probably 8 years ago you did this. You were in your old house, and you did the video about seeing a spider and then losing sight of the spider, and then you just ran out of your house with your luggage.
I wonder if I still have that. I can put that on TikTok.
Dude, you should. I died laughing because it was...
I didn't put those anywhere. I would just make them for you guys.
Yeah, and you put them on YouTube, and they're fucking hilarious. And
I have no idea where it's at.
I loved that stuff because that was your humor.
Yeah,
you weren't trying to do anything other than like, everybody has this thought.
And there's like 8 people I know who will probably enjoy this, and that's all I want.
And that's the shit that resonates because it's relatable.
Yeah.
Like,
I can't believe you remember that. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, dude. I don't remember everything. No, no, but like, seriously, like, I think that's the thing. And tying that into bad movies, when you have people whose like dream and they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
How many movies have we watched where you're like, holy fuck, this guy is hamming it up for the camera, or she needs to calm it down. You know, like, we get it. Your tits are out.
Right.
Relax. Right. You know, attention's on you.
I just watched a movie this weekend. What the fuck was it? Linnea Quigley was in it.
Oh.
Sorry. Linnea Quigley. I'm forgetting the name of the movie. They were ghost house inspectors and...
Ghost house inspectors.
She died right the fuck away, and we lost all interest in the movie.
Oh, was it Witchboard?
Yes, it was Witch Trap.
Witch Trap. Thank you, Witch Trap.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Witch Trap was
some
rough,
of the
dude.
worst acting I have ever seen.
Is that the one where she gets killed in the shower?
Yes, by the shower head.
Yeah.
But like the main, I thought she would be at least the main actress because she's the only one with acting talent. And I'm sorry, I love her, but she's not a good actress.
No, she's a terrible actress.
But she was the best actor in the movie. And then she died. We're like, oh, fuck, there goes all
I
hope.
have no interest in this.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many of her movies I've bought because of her.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, I think she's phenomenal. Did I ever tell you I wrote her letters in college?
You did, but did she ever write back?
No.
Oh, okay. I always expected like some kind of like follow-up like years later, be like, but I never told you this. And then here's the letter.
Yesterday. No,
it says, it's a cease and desist.
Yeah. Tom Savini wrote me back once. This was before I had a uncouth encounter with him.
I remember this.
But yeah, I was in college and we were making a zombie movie, and I asked him for a couple of tips, and he wrote me back a couple of tips.
He did not.
Yeah, I think I might have the email. If I have it, I'll send it to you. It might have been on my college account.
That's so cool.
But yeah, he was like, yeah, you gotta do it like this, you gotta do it like that. I was like, oh, this is super dope. And I don't know if I ever responded to him or said thank you, but
it's almost like starstruck at that point. Like,
yeah.
Like if you were to write back and go, cool, like thanks. But he literally took the time to give you tips.
Yeah, I remember some of them were like, he wrote about making Rice Krispie treats and then dyeing them red. He's like, that's a cool way to like make meaty looking.
You're kidding.
Yeah, that was one of them.
That's such a cool
he said you can use wet toilet paper and use that as fake skin.
I did that, yeah.
You know, so like he gave me a couple like lowbrow ones.
That's awesome, though.
But it was really cool that he did that. And that's why I was so bummed when I met him at a con and he was just kind of like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
He was just kind of standoff. Like and look, he's probably been through some shit in his life.
Well, I mean, how many nerd assholes walk up to him and be like, oh, did you see tits?
Yeah. You know, and you never know what the other person is going through.
Correct.
So it's,
I mean, dude has his own life. He's a human.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've all seen Children of the Living Dead. Have you seen Children of the Living Dead?
Yeah, regrettably.
My favorite part of that whole, and it's within the first 10 minutes, there's a fight in a barn, and Tom Savini's the main character.
Oh, yeah.
And he pulls the trigger, and the fucking magazine in the clip falls out of the gun.
Yeah. Did you ever see the movie Effects?
No, I didn't.
Very early Tom Savini movie.
Okay.
AGFA just re-released it.
Okay.
We saw it a handful of years ago, and it's fucking great. Basically, while they were working on Dawn of the Dead,
okay,
they had like down weekends where they would go out to this like basically like an Airbnb, like a house they just rented.
Yeah.
And they made a fucking movie.
That's awesome.
Like on like film ends and things like that from the Dawn of the Dead.
That's so cool.
It's not bad. It's pretty terrible, but it's
well,
not
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
It's basically him, his makeup crew, and his friends got together to make a film, and it's a film production.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the story. Is they're a film production and they're working on a horror movie.
Yeah.
And they watch a stag film that's actually a snuff film, and like some of the people start going a little fucking cuckoo.
Okay, it's a cool premise.
It's a low budget film. It was just like them getting together and going, "What do we got?
Yeah,
let's make a movie."
Kind of like Blood Lake.
Blood Lake, yeah, wow. Okay.
Blood Lake had the classic line.
Oh fuck, dude, that's one of my favorite lines, and that's why it'll never be on a bad list.
Exactly.
You gonna let me? You gonna let me drink this weekend, or you gonna be a butthole?
Yeah, that's the line, and that's the fucking tagline.
That's
the tagline of the movie.
And I read that, and I was like, "That's kind of a weird tagline." And then when he said it, I lost my shit, and I was like, "I am all fucking in for this," because basically, it's 2 dudes and 2 girls about the age of 18 or 19.
Yep.
And then a 12-year-old boy and a 12-year-old girl go on a drinking weekend.
Yes.
It's so weird.
It's just the strangest premise.
And then like there's a killer and he kills people.
Sometimes,
And that movie they made in a weekend. Like literally they went up to a family cabin on a lake, and like they went up on Friday. They got footage of them coming up on Friday.
Yep, they did.
They shot over the weekend, and they went home on Sunday. Like, that's literally how the production happened.
It's similar to the McPherson tapes.
Oh, my God. Okay, so, okay.
That was a great movie.
It's a fucking great film.
A great movie. I just wish the audio was better.
Audio's rough, but it's SOV.
Yeah, I get it. It'll never be on a bad movie list, though.
Do you want to, like, tell them what it's about?
Oh, sure. So McPherson tapes, and I'm going back to try and remember as much as I can, but it's a home video.
It's like a birthday party.
It's a birthday party. It's all shot on home video.
And it's made to look like it's shot on home video.
Absolutely. And the premise is, while they're having this birthday party and they're recording the birthday party, they capture an alien encounter.
Literally almost pooped my pants. It did scare me. Like you kind of know it's coming.
Yeah.
But when it happens, I'm like, oh shit. They didn't spend long on the aliens in the forest. It was really quick.
It was really creepy.
And I was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. They were like dancing around, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really creepy.
The rest of the movie kind of got weird, but literally that scene really fucking good.
Oh yeah, and I like the ending scene too, where like the aliens come out of the bedroom door.
I did too.
Even though they were like little kids wearing masks and black turtlenecks.
And it was wildly obvious, yeah.
But
that's the problem.
I loved the dialogue because you knew they're like, okay, in this scene, you're scared. We're worried about Donnie. We don't know where he is. He hasn't come back yet. So what we need to do, Mom, I need you to make sure that the door is locked. I need you to make sure that everyone has checked the door is locked. So they're like, what do we do? Donnie's not back. She's like, well, maybe we should lock the door. And is the door locked? Tanner, is the door locked? I don't know if those are the names.
Yeah.
But
great
like
names, by the way.
They were trying so hard to ad lib.
Yeah.
But it was like the parents were like, we're just trying to help our kid and encourage him because he wants to make a movie.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fucking great parents.
Oh, absolutely.
I will say, they went back to the kitchen table like 4 times to pretend nothing's happening because they know they're being watched.
Yeah.
And it's like, did they remember they already shot this scene? Because that should have been done once.
And there was one of the brothers that was like ribbing people too hard.
Yeah.
Like he was like trying to give
that.
like rim shots on stuff, and it was like, buddy, stop.
It wasn't funny. It was kind of awkward.
He's like, yeah, maybe if you weren't in the kitchen. It's like, what? Why do we keep making this joke? But yeah, I mean, it's fun and it's unique.
I would not count that as a bad movie, like a bad movie.
I think honestly, a lot of low budget movies and a lot of independent movies, like I wouldn't consider them bad.
Yeah, right.
There aren't many like the majority of the bad movies in my head are major motion pictures.
Well, right.
And a lot of that is because the hype behind it. A lot of that is the expectation. the marketing, like the cast, you get a lot of expectations built up. And look, we're not going to go down the Star Wars and all that stuff. We get it. We beat it to death already. But there are other movies out there where, especially in like the mid to late 90s, where it was like that was kind of our cinema boom, I feel.
Right.
There was just
Spawn, that kind of era.
Oh God, yeah. And there, like every week, there was something new that was like, I have to see that movie.
Yeah.
And
the hype train was real for everything.
And sequels were just rampant.
Right.
I mean, look at like the Crow City of Angels.
Wasn't there a bunch? I think there was 2, right?
Crow sequels?
Yeah.
Oh, there's like 4, dude.
Welp.
Yeah, I've seen them all. There's the Crow City of Angels, Crow Salvation.
Oh, Salvation.
There's the one where Eddie Furlong is the Crow.
Is he fat?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I want to see it.
It's called I want
to
say it's called Revelations.
It's called Raven because they're bigger crows.
Tara Reid is in it and David Boreanaz.
Are you fucking kidding?
No, it's fucking
all in the same movie.
It's Eddie Furlong is a terrible crow.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have to write this one down.
Yep. Go to IMDb.
Called?
It's called. I want to say it's called like The Crow Revelations. I'm probably wrong.
I gotta take a screenshot of Time After Time.
Yeah, I would type in Eddie Furlong and
fat Eddie Furlong.
Remind me of the title of it. I'll say this: the third Crow movie, not terrible.
Really?
I really. It's called The Crow Salvation. Eric Mabius was the Crow, and he did a great job. I think Jodie O'Keefe was the love interest, and Walt fucking Goggins was one of the bad guys.
Oh, I love
Walt Goggins is amazing in it.
Yeah.
And I remember when I watched it in high school, I was like, that guy's got massive fucking teeth. And then it's like I watch him and stuff now, and I'm like, I love you, Walt Goggins.
I love him. He's so he was the assassin in Fat Man.
Oh my God.
I love Fat Man.
Dude, that movie was so again, indie film, who would have thought, but it was amazing.
Wow, Edward Furlong's IMDb list is crazy because like either his movies are in the 7s, like rated 7 stars, or 4s.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Yeah, there's no in between. He's like a goth person.
Oh yeah, he was in Night of the Demons.
Yeah. Oh, we don't talk about
the remake.
That.
You and I watched that.
We did.
I think that's where Fat Eddie Furlong actually came from. Like you and I were sitting around going, "Dude, Eddie Furlong got fucking big."
Yeah, because that was bad.
The Crow Wicked Prayer.
Wicked Prayer. Thank you.
3.0.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
I gotta watch this.
That is I think I got it on my server. I'm happy to get you a digital copy.
Okay.
I got them all out of principle.
I understand that, and I actually really value that mindset too.
Even if you don't
David Boreanaz.
like I don't watch
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, well, I mean,
fucker takes a check for anything.
I will say I love Danny Trejo because of why he got into acting.
Yeah. His backstory's fucking.
It's
fucking
phenomenal,
epic.
and
Oof.
the fact that his whole thing was like, yeah, I did bad shit. I wasn't the greatest person, but I wanted to show people that bad people could still do good things.
I love it.
Oh my God, dude!
I love
fucking A. And then he's this like wholesome dude.
He really is, yeah.
The nicest guy ever. But
I
remember him and like seeing From Dusk Till Dawn. And you're like, this guy's a fucking brick shithouse. He's scary as fuck.
I think that was the first movie I ever saw him in.
Same.
Or at least very aware.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, this guy's presence on screen is awesome.
Oh yeah, that movie kind of turned the tides for me for horror. Because, like, I had seen a lot of horror movies, you know, and then you watch From Dusk Till Dawn, and you're like, why are we talking about feet? Hang on, isn't that George Clooney? And then vampires come out, and you have Tom Savini as Sex Machine with the penis machine gun. You've got Danny Trejo.
Freddie Williams.
Yeah, it's just like, what is going on in this fucking movie? This is insane. And the way it opens, you're like, it's a crime movie, and then it so seamlessly blends.
You know why, right?
Why what?
Tarantino had one script that he couldn't finish, and then Rodriguez had another script that he couldn't finish.
No shit.
And they just said, fuck it, let's just put it together.
Was that in the Full Tilt Boogie? Did they talk about that in Full Tilt Boogie?
I thought Full Tilt Boogie was actually a film. I've never watched it.
I haven't either, if I'm being honest.
it came free, and I was like, I don't want it.
Well, that's kind of like when I bought Desperado, and they're like, "Hey, have you seen El Mariachi?" And I'm like, "No, I've seen Desperado though, so we're good."
Evil Dead 1, Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, exactly. You know that, but I didn't know that. I think that's amazing, and it makes sense why they're so closely partnered to this day.
Yeah, and it's just like
because
it's
it
so
worked.
Obvious dichotomy of scripts.
Yeah,
that work so
well
good together. But like literally, the first half feels not just like thematically like with the genre of crime and then the genre of vampire horror.
Right.
It's like the acting feels different in the first one compared to the second half.
I agree 100%.
And it's just it's so cool. Like there's so few films like that, and I love that feeling.
Yeah, because you truly didn't know where it was going.
Yeah, you're right.
Like when it opens, you're like, I thought this was a vampire movie.
And fucking Cheech Marin shows up.
Dude, and talk about, we quoted the fuck out of that after anybody who saw that. That was like, when you heard Bad Habit from The Offspring for the first time, you're like, oh, I know what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I know what part I'm singing. There's shit like that shit is awesome. That's what makes movies interesting to me and intriguing, and that unpredictability. And that's why when you have a movie that is bad, like I'm going to go back to say I'm going to say Female Ghostbusters is like the worst movie of all time.
Really?
I can't.
It was like your first one too.
Yeah, it is that fucking bad to me, because it wasn't interesting. Like you look at Ghostbusters 1 and you're like, okay, parapsychologist.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got ghosts.
Pretty well thought out.
Wow, this is awesome. And then you have the second one. You're like, yeah, okay,
it's a gimmick.
You're cashing in.
Yeah.
I get it, but I don't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have that one. And it's like, they just said, we're making a new Ghostbusters.
Why couldn't they have just done a new franchise?
Well, when Afterlife came out, it was like, oh, fuck, they figured it out.
I loved Afterlife.
Dude, Afterlife had me in fucking tears at the end.
I kind of hope they don't do anything else anymore.
They're doing another one.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, they're doing another one.
I mean, maybe it'll be good, but...
If Jason Reitman's behind the camera, I'm kind of okay with it, but it won't be the same now that Ivan Reitman's gone. But I'm so glad that Ivan was there to see it.
Really nice.
Oh, dude. It was like the perfect homage.
It was so... Like, I heard it was coming, and I was like, no, that's so shitty. But I was like, oh, fuck, this is actually well done.
Oh, it's so well done. Like, that's the thing. Like, how can you have 3 fun movies to watch?
Yeah.
I will put on Ghostbusters 2 still. I love watching Ghostbusters 2 because I have fond memory. I was scared fucking shitless when I saw that as a kid in theaters.
Oh, I don't blame you.
I was scared. Vigo the Destroyer scared the fuck out of me.
The Carpathian, right?
Oh, yeah, Vigo the Carpathian. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, fuck.
Gozer the Destroyer. I'm getting him confused.
I remember this. I have to tell this story real quick.
Please do.
So, you know the art curator?
Janosch.
Janosch.
Yeah, Peter McNichol.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
how do
Peter
you remember
McNichol.
That? That's so crazy.
He was in Dragon Slayer.
Yes, he was. And that's what I remembered later. So I was at my film school.
Yeah.
I was in the editing lab. I was always in the editing lab.
Yeah.
And I'm editing, and I was like the person my head of department would come to when they were doing tours, and they would show like the kids, like they'd have me talk about the editing stuff.
Yeah.
So like, this kid comes in, she's, like, I want to be in film. Like my dad's in film. I was like, oh, cool. What does your dad do? I was like, oh, he's an actor. He's been in movies. I'm like, oh, okay. Like when you're in film school, like a film school, you hear that shit all the time.
Oh,
so it's just like, fuck,
dude,
whatever,
yeah.
fuck. And then I turn around, and it's fucking Nichols. It's like he's standing back there. I'm like, fucking Vigo the Carpathian, and he's like, not my character.
Yeah, I am Janosch.
Like, I wish he would have done that. Like he acted like kind of put off, and like the head of my department was like, you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? It's Ghostbusters.
Right.
So yeah, I thought like that was such a embarrassing moment. Like that's the kind of thing that'll wake me up at like 2:00 in the morning and go, what the fuck?
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
But
cringe.
He scared me probably the most.
Vigo? Or Peter
Janosch, Peter McNichol. Remember when in 2, because Sigourney Weaver has the baby.
Yeah.
And then the baby's like walking on the balcony.
Yeah.
And Peter McNichol is dressed like a woman. He's like a spirit woman. He's dressed in drag, and he's got the baby carriage, and he picks the baby up, and then he turns back and he smiles. And as a kid, I'm
Peter
like,
McNichols?
yeah.
That was terrifying.
That was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen at that time.
No shit.
I was terrified of it.
I didn't know that was him. I thought that was just like just a ghost.
It was him in drag, being like astral projected.
I mean, it makes sense with the plot.
Oh, absolutely.
But, yeah.
Absolutely. But it's just like, yeah, dude. Like, so it's like you have this foundation with Ghostbusters, and then they just said, we're making a new one, and it's all women. And I'm all for that.
1,000%.
But they just, and the fact that Paul Feig directed it, it was set up. It could have been so fucking good. It could have been so fucking good because we need more women characters in franchises like this.
Of course.
And I'm totally cool with gender bending stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think women are badass, and they're a lot better than men in a lot of ways.
And fuck all these people who are like, oh, it's a women version. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's like.
But I'm sorry, that movie sucked. It had nothing to do with the women.
It
had to do with shitty acting, shitty characters, shitty direction.
It was a franchise movie. It was like when they were like, you know how we talk about the Hellraiser movies? And it's like, well, you know why they keep making them? Because they have to make one movie a year to keep the franchise alive.
Yeah.
That's what that felt like. It was a franchise movie.
And just in case people don't know who that is, that's actually a legal recommend.
Yes.
That's actually a legal document. If they don't keep making Hellraisers, they will lose the copyright to make Hellraisers, which thank fucking God they did the new one. Holy shit, was that good.
Yeah.
But the same thing for Halloween.
Yeah.
If what's his name? Armin, what's his name?
Ari Avid.
Ari Avid. Jesus Christ, dude, you fucking knowledge. If Ari Avid does not keep making these movies, he will lose the copyright to Halloween.
Same with there's another one. I think Leprechaun is in the same boat.
I thought that was long dead.
Oh no, they've just released like 2 in the past 3 years.
Are you kidding?
No, there's Leprechaun Origins, and there's
I saw the cover for it. I didn't.
Yeah, I haven't watched them.
Are they even trying anymore?
No, I mean I watched like Back to the Hood, and I was like, oh my.
But that was like 3 or 4. Oh, Back to the Hood.
I mean, I think I truly stopped at Leprechaun in Space.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a joke movie. It's not.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't be in the worst movies ever.
No,
there are worse movies than Leprechaun in Space. Because it's funny.
Yeah. And I think, they were having fun with it at that point. But like, I'm going to name a movie that might be on, like, if I tell you the fucking premise of this movie, people will go, that's the worst movie ever made.
Oh, please do.
It's called Amityville Gas Chamber.
Yes.
Yeah, you saw this.
Yes, I did see this.
We saw parts.
Yes.
I have not watched the whole thing. But the movie is, I believe, an hour long. I watched like 40 minutes, and then like literally I had to get up and just leave.
Yeah.
But then I came back and I watched the ending because I needed to fucking see what the hell was going on. The movie is literally a guy sitting in front of a green screen reading a novel.
He's reading the Amityville Horror.
He doesn't finish it, which I thought that was going to be the premise. And every minute or so, he rips a fart.
Yep.
Some of them are real, most of them are fake.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the screen, like the camera never cuts. This is all, and he never talks.
Nope.
And on the screen pops up like facts about either him, the Amityville series, the book, whatever. And it's actually oddly engaging because he's doing something very tongue-in-cheek.
Oh, yeah.
The whole premise of the film was that the term Amityville is not owned by a franchise. It is not like Nightmare on Elm Street. It's not Friday the 13th. It is just a name. So anyone and their brother, which you know very well, can take that and make Amityville Dildo.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, did you even, like, you bought this.
I paid money for that.
Did you watch it?
On Fast Forward.
Ooh. Dick Shark?
Oh, yeah. It definitely had like a Beelzebub feel to it.
Okay.
That is the gentleman who directs and stars and writes in Dick Shark.
Which is not on my list because I've never finished it.
I have.
You watched the whole thing?
I watched the entire movie. It's fucking god awful.
Holy shit!
I don't know if I
man.
would say it's the worst movie ever made.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't go back and rewatch it, but it had good sound. And
there's like one shining.
There's kind of a premise.
Is there?
I mean, like the real premise is like he just wanted to feel boobs.
Okay. I mean, that's Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. This is, I mean, Chainsaw Man is far better.
Which, by the way, if anyone's listening to this, regardless if you like movies or regardless if you like anime, fucking watch Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, watch Chainsaw Man.
It is groundbreakingly good.
I'm so excited to watch more of that. Like,
I stopped reading the manga because the anime is so goddamn good.
Yeah. How far did you make it in the manga?
A little past where they are now.
Okay.
And I was like, nope, I'm done. I will wait.
I think I made it up to book 5.
I don't know the books.
And
I'm sorry.
I think book 5. Well, okay, so maybe you can give me a little education here.
I just read the chapters.
Well, okay, so this is what I want a little clarification on.
Yeah.
So chapters.
Yeah.
So the way I am buying some paper manga right now, like paperback manga.
Yeah, I know you're getting really into Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I've been reading. I just finished like the 6, and this is where I want some clarification. So I've been buying these Viz Big compilations by Viz Media.
Yeah.
They do big compilations.
Oh.
So you'll get like I just finished reading the first 6 iterations of Fullmetal Alchemist, which Fullmetal Alchemist is fucking amazing.
Everyone says so. I've tried to get into it. It's just not my thing.
It's a slow, but like once you like it, I need to understand the chapter versus like, because in comics you have issues, and then issues comprise a story, and that story gets put into a trade paperback.
Right.
And then there's the graphic novel, and then an omnibus. So there's like a hierarchy.
Is a trade paperback and a graphic novel two different things?
No, they're the same
I thought
thing.
they were like the
they're
same
interchangeable.
Thing. Okay.
In my eyes,
I thought a graphic novel was like, well, a comic book takes like 4 or 5 books,
right,
and puts it into a trade. I thought a graphic novel was like the entire story is right here. Like this is it was never designed to be
a single issue.
A single issue. Yeah.
And that would make more sense. Like when I think graphic novel, I think like Mouse.
Same.
Like because that's like that truly is a graphic novelization.
Yeah.
Like whereas like a trade paperback, it's a compilation of like 5 to 6 issues.
Like Brian Lee O'Malley's books, like Lost at Sea.
Yeah. Oh God, I love
Red.
Lost at Sea.
Like no, God. Oh my God, I love Brian Lee O'Malley. I want to go
amazing.
reread all this shit.
He's amazing. But like when you buy a paperback manga,
Yes.
there are different, I guess I'll call them chapters within that book.
Correct.
And it's usually between like 3 and 5 from what I found.
Really? Holy shit.
At least the ones I've been
I thought
reading.
they were like 5 or 6, but
No, it's like 3 to 5 based on what I've been seeing.
Okay.
And I could be wrong. But so you would call those individual stories making up the bigger paperback book from a manga. Those would be chapters.
So the paperback book is actually called something very specific.
Okay.
I'm actually forgetting what it's called. But the chapters are how they're released, because you release like your goal as a mangaka is, which is a manga artist,
correct,
is to release in these big weekly magazines,
which we talked about. Shonen Jump.
Shonen Jump is like creme de la creme. Like Shonen Jump is the Disney of manga like collections.
Sure.
But there's a bunch more, and every book collection has like their own kind of audience. Like Shonen is like, Shonen Jump is like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach, the big boys, Attack on Titan, things like that. And then there's lots of other ones. There's, shoujo stuff. There's, shonen romance. There's shonen slice of life, blah, blah. There's lots of different stuff. But your goal as a mangaka is to get into one of these. Then you're serialized. Then you have a giant audience.
Sure. Because people are buying the weekly book.
Correct.
With all those different stories in there. It's like, I don't want to compare it to getting the Sunday Funny papers.
Essentially.
But that's kind of what it is, because you got comics, and there's just a ton of different comic strips, and you can read any or all, or none.
Right, or none. And they're not that expensive. They're actually pretty cheap, but they're printed on shit paper.
Yeah, this is
because
all
they
crap
print
paper.
so much of them. And it's called the debut.
Mm-hmm.
The first chapter is typically, I believe, 50 to 55 pages.
Oh, okay. Wow.
It's usually a big one because you got to like dive into the story.
Yeah, you got to get people hooked.
Yeah, get people hooked. And then from then on, I believe it's 22 to like 30 pages.
Okay.
Per
So
chapter.
Similar to an
a
American
monthly book
Yeah.
per week.
Yeah.
And most don't have teams.
Mm.
Most, like, of smaller ones.
Sure.
Once you start getting bigger, you can pay for teams and shit like that.
Sure.
But, I don't know. I've watched enough documentaries about this to know enough to understand, but not enough to like actually understand what actually goes into it. But
Right.
it's a crazy, insane world.
Yeah. It really is.
And then they collect them into the books, and then they sell the books, and that's like a big fucking deal.
Oh yeah, because that's all I've ever really known is like the bigger books.
Yes.
And so when these Viz big editions, it's taking 3 of those books and compiling them into one bigger book. So like the first, I have 2 Viz bigs of Full Metal Alchemist, but it's the first 6 books.
Gotcha.
Same with the couple Inuyashas and the Dragon Balls
Yeah.
that I have. They are the first, so I've read the first 9 Dragon Ball books and the first 6 Inuyasha books, like compiled together.
Yeah.
And they're reasonably priced in my eyes. I lost my train of thought with my question, but it was like that. I was just curious.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like I know American comic book lingo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know a lot of the manga lingo, but I'm so interested in it. And as I'm exploring more into it, it's like, oh yeah, this is fucking dope. And manga is like taking over the comic industry right now too, in a very wonderful way, because people are tired of superhero books, and the younger kids are like, I want substance.
Yes.
I'm American comic books are like eating potato chips for dinner. It's fun, but it's not like you're gonna be hungry, and you have to eat a lot of them, but you're gonna get fat.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna get anything of value out of it. Whereas like manga, there are rich storylines, and just like even like in Full Metal Alchemist, I'm like, okay, cool. They're doing magic. They're doing alchemy. Great.
It's a cool magic system, by the way.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And then it's like you get into it and you're like, oh, this is pretty dark. Like he lost his arm and his leg trying to sacrifice and bring his brother back. But his brother's soul got put in the suit of armor. Oh, that's kind of dark. And then you get more into it and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
His dad is the only person who knows how to bring his brother back. And so I'm like, oh my God, the twist and turn. But if this was an American book, it'd be like, I want to fight you. I'm going to fight you right now.
Dude.
We're way off tangent here, but
X-Men versus Avengers versus X-Men is when I fucking straight out said, fuck it. I'm done.
Yeah, it's
if there is action in a comic book now, like in an American comic book, I want nothing to do with it. And I have friends who are like, you got to read this. This is great. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If there's fighting, I'm out. I'm done. I want nothing to do with it.
I get it.
Give me substance. I don't mind if you give me substance and then there's a fight.
No, but make the fighting make sense.
But the fight has to be small. Like Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
It is polar opposite to every other fucking shonen out there. They're not fighting every time. There's only like really 3 fights.
Yeah.
Like 3 or 4 big fights in the whole season.
Yeah, I like how they break it up in the anime too, where you're like, they pull you in the first episode and you're like, fuck, dude, what is going on?
And then for like 3 episodes,
nothing happens. It's character building.
It's all character building. Yeah.
It's like,
so the next one happens is like, oh, it's not, fucking Scott fucking Summers. You're like, oh, I'm king shit now. Fuck it. It's not what we're talking about.
No, I got us way off topic. My apologies.
So I do want to take something from what you said. Is Dragon Ball the movie, the American movie?
Oh,
that was fucking horrendous.
That was a bad movie. I forgot about that movie. That was a bad movie. That was a really bad movie.
It was hard. It was so
hard
to watch.
That could be up there. That could be up there.
Like I kind of want to have like 2 separate variations. I want to have like one worst movie that actually had a budget.
Yes.
And then worst movie that didn't.
this is something where it's like, I think you've sparked a bigger ongoing conversation. I mean, I think every time we meet, we're going to be like, okay, I thought of another one.
Yeah, this is another one. So maybe we don't do the worst.
Yeah.
Maybe I like the idea of a pantheon.
Yeah.
Be like, these are the creme de la creme of shit.
Yeah. Feel free to give it a try. And if you make it through, let us know. Like, is it worth it?
So I'm going to put, okay, so yours automatically, I am assuming, for the budget one is Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Hands down.
Ghostbusters with a downward plus sign.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a... I would say, oh, God, like there's so many fucking bad, but I would put right now, this might change. I would put the American Dragon Ball as my budget worst.
I agree with that. It's a terrible movie.
This can change. This can evolve.
Oh, yeah. This is not set in stone.
But what is your worst film, no budget or low budget?
Oh, man.
That you actually watched. So I'm going to throw mine out there. You go ahead and think.
Yeah. Throw yours out there.
Man, okay. So Andy and I did this for a movie night episode.
Okay.
Because we were told this is the worst movie, and we're like, "Fuck! Well, we have to watch it.
We have to try it."
And when we watched it, we were laughing, but at the pure incompetence.
Okay.
And it's like we were enjoying, like looking at the kid falling down.
Sure.
That's what we laughed at. And it wasn't like, oh, they did this wrong. It's just like, why the fuck did they do this?
Yeah.
Like, none of it makes sense. So we watched the movie After Next Season.
Oh, I don't think I've even heard of that one.
Oh, fuck. So the movie's fucking, it is rough to get through. And I think it's only like 70-something minutes.
Okay.
We swear to God, we thought it was like 2.5 hours. By the time it got to the end, we were like, that was a long, oh, it's still sun out. Like, how the fuck did we, like, it was very bizarre. It was a very weird time trip.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, you know, this is what I assume being in a foxhole would be like in war. Where, like, just counting down the seconds until you get murdered. You're like, how many pieces of paper are they going to put on this wall? I don't get it. But, like, it's so bad that when friends come over and I just want to show them the opening scene, Andy will say, no.
Oh.
Like, no, don't show them that. I don't want to be in the room.
Wow.
It was so dumb.
Yeah, that's bad.
The premise of the movie, for those who don't know, starts off obviously in an apartment building.
Of course.
But it's not an apartment building. It's actually a very high-tech doctor's office.
Oh, you showed me some of this. I blocked that from my memory.
So instead of, like, I don't know if there was a border on the wall or something on the wall, but they must have gone through 3 reams of white copy paper, putting paper on the wall all over the place. And, like, you know, instead of, like, I don't know, finding an MRI machine.
Yeah.
They put some cardboard together with some pieces of paper on it, and that's an MRI machine.
Oh, my God.
And there's there's countless points of dialogue throughout the whole thing where it's, like, obvious they fuck up.
Yeah.
And then they just restart the line again. It's like, you didn't want to edit that out. And then it cuts away from that. Like, that whole scene doesn't exist. Or
sure.
Maybe it does. It never makes sense.
Maybe.
And then everyone's in a warehouse.
Okay.
But it's not a warehouse, Andrew. It is obviously lavish living quarters, not the fucking behind the scenes of some high school play.
Sure.
And then and then they're doing scientific tests in another room, and then there's a ghost, and then they're in each other's minds, and then it's like some guy got a fucking free version of Maya, and he's fucking around with it. And
that's the like, Lawnmower Man graphics.
None of this is making sense, and then the ghost goes away after he throws a chair, and then like it's really funny because they show this scene where like the 2 people are talking across the table like we are now, and like it's obvious they shot one scene during the day. And the other side at night. So, like, during this time, all you hear is cars in the background. It's nice, brightly lit. And then it literally cuts to the other angle, and it's dark, and it's quiet. And then it cuts back, and it's like it's daytime.
Oh, man.
We started fucking around with it. We're like, how many days is this conversation? Like, they've been sitting here a long time. So we're like, 1 day, 2 days. Oh, my God, they were sitting here for 4 months. So it is regrettable, but like it didn't really turn my it's fucking terrible. It turned my stomach the whole way. But when we learned the background of it, that's when I was like, this is a piece of fucking shit. I showed it to you and I asked you, what did you think it was shot on?
Yeah.
Do you remember what you said?
I think I said like a VHS tape.
You said
like
VHS or the step below.
Yeah.
Like the VHS-Cs or
Yeah. That's right.
It's shot on 35 millimeter.
I still can't believe
35
that.
millimeter, Andrew.
I still can't believe that, dude. Like it looked
One
like
step below
utter
IMAX.
dog shit.
One step below.
Did they just go, we don't need to like finish it or do post production. just take the raw film and go.
It opened up in theaters. They sent this movie in. When you get to the end of a movie.
Theaters, holy shit.
I don't know if a lot of people don't watch the credits. I'm an avid lover of the credits.
Oh yeah, I'll watch them.
At
Absolutely.
the very end, if it has an MPA code, it'll be like a 7-digit code or 8-digit. I guess we're getting to now, but it'll have a code on there. That means they paid quite a bit of money to send it into the MPAA for them to rate it, for them to qualify it as a Motion Picture Association of America.
Sure.
And then they got a rating and put it out, and the movie's rated like PG, I think, or PG-13. And we got to the end of the movie, and I saw that code, and I fucking shut down because when we brought the movie up on our server, it was like, okay, it's PG. I was like, that's kind of weird that it's actually rated.
Yeah.
Most of these movies we're watching aren't.
Right.
People just release them. But I saw the MPA code, and I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. They just copy and pasted that from another credits. So you can go on the MPA website and find the code list.
Oh, okay.
And you can look at every movie they've ever done.
Wow.
And I looked it up, and sure fucking enough, there it is after next season. Or after last season. That's what it's called, after last season. And I was like, no fucking way. So I need to learn more about this. So it opened up in theaters, because in order to open up in theaters, you have to have an MPA code.
Makes sense.
I mean, you can do like smaller theaters, but anyway. So they did it. They'd send it to multiple different markets.
Ooh.
Andrew, just based on the information I told you, i.e. sitting inside an apartment and then going into a fucking warehouse that was obviously a backlot of something that was not film related whatsoever.
For sure.
It was fucking terrible. It was like a paint factory or something like that. How much do you think? Oh, terrible fucking acting. No boom guy.
No,
zero
you
sound.
don't need that. That's an extravagance.
Lighting, I guarantee they had shop lights. You know those shop lights like every dad had from the 80s?
Absolutely.
That's what they used for lights. And how much do you think they spent on this movie?
I mean, based on what you told me and what I saw, I would say they spent at least, I mean, and this is a high number.
Yeah.
This is a high number. I'd say maybe $85.
In true honest fashion, if I knew nothing of the details, I would probably say $100.
Sure.
$150.
I mean, you got to take
Little Caesars.
Yeah, Little Caesars, a couple reams of paper, the cardboard. The cardboard could have been from the reams of paper,
yes.
So yeah, like $85-$100.
Yeah. Okay. Legitimately, probably like $1,000 when all said and done.
Sure.
That's not that out of this.
No.
film.
Yeah. That's pretty common.
$1,000. Shot on 35 millimeter. Automatically, that number skyrockets to
big time.
How much do you think? Because they have to buy stock, they have to process it and edit it. So how much do you think that cost?
I mean, I'd put that in the upper echelons of thousands at that point. I'd say that's.
In all honesty, 35 millimeter, I'd probably put it at like $200,000.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was thinking, like between $150,000 and $300,000.
So let's just be extremely generous and give them $300,000 for 35 millimeter film stock and processing fees, which it's fucking expensive. It is no joke.
$300,085. Because we get the paper still, the Little Caesars.
And the Little Caesars.
So.
They obviously didn't.
There's only one
hot
hot and ready. That's where the $5. It was $80, but the hot and ready gets tacked on. So
fuck, I love hot and ready. Anyway,
it's been a while.
It's been a long time. So then they had to send it to the MPA. So probably let's say 10,000.
Sure.
Let's just give them that.
Yeah, I think that's a
way.
reasonable.
They had to get film prints. So let's say
because they sent that off to theaters.
Another $100,000 plus shipping, handling. $100,000. We're looking at.
Round numbers, 500,000.
Yeah, 500,000. The budget for the movie was $5 million.
Holy fuck.
And Andy and I looked at each other and we just said, how many fucking reams of paper did they buy?
And how good a salesperson pitched this movie to people to get this funding.
You know who did? Yeah, dude from Birdemic, because he made the big deal for $1 million. No, I'm kidding.
I was going to say, I was like, hang on, is that for real, dude? Because that's amazing.
$1 million? Yeah, and I gave him 50% off. You mean it could have been $2 million?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? You're a terrible salesman.
You're terrible at math, too. Oh, man. Dude, $5 million. Like, that... There are way better movies made. Mm-hmm. Like, did they spend that money on hookers and blow?
No, because that would have been enjoyable, and like nothing about these filmmakers has said that they have enjoyed life.
Yeah,
like everything about this screams that they just went to engineering school and fucking
did
hate
they
the
just
world.
get ripped off?
I don't know, because like The Room, they overspent on that.
Absolutely, and look,
but the production value is fucking high.
The Room is a bad movie, but it is a brilliant movie because it is insane. And the production value, it is a studio quality.
Yes.
They are re-releasing it in theaters, and it is a theater-worthy movie.
Agreed.
It is not good.
No.
But it has the production value.
Yeah.
Like, they knew what they were. They hired the right people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they knew enough to hire the right people.
Right, exactly. They were dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, and we've
Maybe
seen
Johnny a vampire. Who knows?
We've seen a lot of, I say a lot, I guess it's true. We've seen a lot of Tommy Wiseau films.
And TV shows.
And TV. Oh, boy. The Apartment. Oh, boy.
I can't believe we got through like 4 episodes that
Dude,
one night. I had to turn it off.
I love it.
It was hard.
But like, I watched both parts of Best Friends.
Oh, I didn't watch part 2.
It's awful, but it's got production value.
Ridiculous amounts, actually. That's like shot really well, actually.
It's I think, didn't Greg Sestero direct it? Or no, he wrote it.
Oh, that makes more sense.
He wrote it. This story almost makes sense. Tommy Wiseau's presence doesn't. But I mean, like, Greg did an okay job.
Yeah.
I will watch stuff like that. If the quality is there, that's great. Like, you gave a shit, you fucking tried. But that way you described and what I remember seeing, I would be like, yeah, turn this off, like, immediately.
Yeah, like, the only reason we did it is because we started recording and we're like, fuck it.
Yeah, at that
going.
point. Well, and power of company, right?
Yeah, there's
strength in numbers.
No way in hell would I have done that alone.
Dude, there are some movies that we've gotten through where it's like, I'm like nodding on the couch and it's like, I gotta get through this.
Tammy and the T-Rex, I've never been able to make it all the way through.
Tammy and the T-Rex is brutal. Like, some of those early Paul Walker movies, Monster in the Closet, stuff like that, they're tough, man. And I think, like, even some trauma films, like,
agreed.
Early trauma films were like, people, like, you had Diamonds in the Rough, right? Toxic Avenger started it all.
Gorgeous.
You had Romeo and Juliet, which is James Gunn, so of course
Sergeant
it's good.
Kabuki Man.
Sergeant Kabuki Man was great. Like, you have your Diamonds in the Rough, but then you get into like Trauma's War. You get into like,
which I just got. I've never seen that before.
It's bad.
Ah, fuck. Great.
Like, was it like High Heels and Tomcats or whatever? Like, I don't
know that one.
Dude, there are so many movies, and because they went too schlocky on the sleaze.
Yes.
They started
they would buy
with
other shit too.
Yes.
They got the one that drug movie. I forget what they call. It's like a heroin junkie, or life of a junkie.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is fucking trauma.
Yeah. They just kind of stopped, but it's like they lost that magic that had Toxic Avenger in it. I don't know. It's like they
tried to go back to it, and it just never felt right.
No, none of them after the first one felt right.
Yeah,
there's something missing. But oh god, and what was the other?
I love Terra Firma.
Nuke 'Em High. Oh god, Terra Firma. Yeah,
I love Nuke 'Em High.
Nuke 'Em High 1.
Yeah,
fun as fuck. Nuke 'Em High 2.
I couldn't get
unwatchable.
Into it. I couldn't. Yeah,
unwatchable. Nuke 'Em High 3?
I saw that and I never actually watched it.
I've seen the cover and I'm like, okay, so they just got like hot new girls. Okay, maybe. And I've never taken myself up on the maybe.
It would be wonderful if it was like the same guys reprising the role, like the punks were like reprising the role.
Oh, I would love that.
But like literally still in high school.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
No one
They never
questioned
graduated.
Their age.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, they're 18.
Yeah.
They're like 668.
As we've been talking, I've kind of thought of another, like a bad movie that's probably a little higher budget than. Well, actually, no. You said $5 million.
I mean,
this is.
I don't believe it.
No.
But I mean, yeah. I actually lied. Okay, so that can't be on my low budget one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I forgot all about that.
That's okay.
So
it looks low budget.
So Dragon Ball and After Last Season.
When
in the same pan.
I think we can agree, and I don't know where we're at on time, but we might be able to agree on two movies here.
Yeah.
They're similar but not similar in any way, shape, or form. Similar in the country they come from.
Okay.
Not similar in premise. I think we could very easily put like Zombie 3 in there, and then I would also, for low budget, I would also put Nightmare City.
Wait, was Nightmares? Oh, I'm thinking of Slime City.
Oh, Slime City was bad.
I like the premise.
Yes, but it was gooey.
Part 2 was stupid.
Yeah, part 2 was dumb.
But the first one actually was like, like they had like the guy kept the slime in the basement. That was like Satan's whatever.
Yeah. It had like a basket case vibe to it.
Yes, it felt very much like Belial in the whole.
Yeah. Nightmare City.
What is Nightmare City? Why is
Nightmare City is an Italian attempt at a zombie film.
Oh. Attempt.
Yes, attempt. It is bad.
Okay.
I watched it years ago. Years and years ago.
During the hunt phase when you were trying to track down everything?
Yes. Yeah. And the cover's pretty dope.
They always are.
Like, good artwork. It had like this cool monster on it.
The Italian horror films had the fucking best covers.
They just knew, man. They knew what would pull people in.
Yup.
Man, this movie, it is definitely, it's shot on film for sure.
Okay.
But it's from like the late 70s, early 80s. Probably mid to late 80s.
Okay. That's about the age of.
Absolutely was not 35 mil.
Okay.
Had to have been 16. I mean, if it's better than 16 millimeter, I would be very surprised.
Yeah, I mean, very few films of that caliber were way too expensive.
The audio quality is the audible hiss of ambient noise overpowers pretty much all the dialogue. But they did have the budget to rent a helicopter for one scene, and they used it a lot.
Is it actually in the movie, or is it like stock footage from something else?
No, it's like actually like they show like the helicopter land, and then you see the helicopter reverse take off. And like it,
tell me it's the same footage just in reverse.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. Like it's so bad. But they tried to make Dawn of the Dead, because it starts off, because like Dawn of the Dead starts off right with like the you have the radio show, they're keeping people on the air, and then you go up and they've got the helicopter, like, but they're trying to do the same thing in Nightmare City. And then there's some military aspect. It's awful. It's just downright awful.
Now, is it fucking terrible where you'd be like, do not watch this? Or is it like, it's funny?
I would say it's a do not watch.
Really?
Yeah, it's that bad. Like, I struggled.
Dude, it's a 5.6 on IMDb.
What?
That is ridiculously high for what you're saying.
I struggled hard with that one.
I want to see what After Last Season is.
Let me make sure that's the right. I'm giving you the right name.
After Last Season, by the way, shot in 2009.
Yikes!
Oh, After Last Season is a 1.6.
Wow,
that is ridiculously low. Like, basically, what that means is the director's mom,
pretty much,
gave it a 10.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like it's a bad movie when you look at every. Oh God, one person does have
one
a headshot.
person has a headshot.
Like,
wow,
no one on here has a headshot. Oh God, 2. Oh fuck. You're fucking up my theory here. There's 4.
You know, you could put Neil Breen movies in the worst movies, but those are funny, so it's kind of different.
Yeah.
Am I thinking of Nightmare City? Hang on. Now that I'm looking at it, this film stock looks better than I remember.
I was gonna say that looked pretty clean. Now when something threw me off when you were saying that. You said the hiss. Hiss comes from tape stock. So a lot of the movies
maybe
that
I'm not
we
thinking of those.
remember having bad sound
Yeah.
literally came from dubs. Whether they were like bootlegs or not, that's another issue.
Right.
But some video houses spent so little time or money to transfer the movies from film to VHS that it was shit. Like, they just didn't take the time to do it right. So you got this horrible tape hiss from the audio, and they just didn't care. They just put it out like that. And then the worst part about that is a lot of these old movies, it's so expensive to go back to the original film negative, if it even exists, that now that their only source of this movie is the VHS tape with a terrible hiss. And guess what? Tape on tape sounds fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be even
putting
worse.
that to DVD or digital, Jesus Christ, it's hard to clean that up.
Well, and that's the beauty of. We'll circle this back to our conversation about RBG and stuff. And people say, well, why don't you just go back to Best Buy and buy a copy of it?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this stuff that's out there, like, I remember I got a book, and I still have it, but I got a book one year for Christmas called The Psychotronic Movie Guide. And I loved these books.
This.
Yeah, I love these books. There's a bunch of them, but I have one from like the early aughts. And all it is, there's nothing more to it other than you open the book up and it's like reading a dictionary, but it's A to Z, and it is cult films, it's exploitation films. It is very hard to find films. So, like, I remember sitting in my room, starting at A, and I would just read these movie premises.
This
and
is what I would do now.
Yeah, you're welcome to borrow it anytime.
I would honestly fucking flip to
Yeah, I'll bring it next time.
Yeah, I would love that.
It's so dope. Like, I remember, and you'll see my notes. Like, I have stars, I have highlights, like, I have all things that I was looking for, because I would go through this book and I would be like, that movie sounds awesome. That movie sounds awesome. Like, I found so many movies through that. Things I didn't know I existed. Like, I was really big into the TV show, the soap opera Dark Shadows growing up, because I could come home from swim practice and it would be on Sci-Fi, and I would watch Dark Shadows for like 3 hours, and I loved it because it was just me in the house, and it was kind of spooky when I was a kid.
Right.
And then I found out there were 2 Dark Shadows movies. There's House of Dark Shadows and Night of Dark Shadows. And I was like...
Weren't they like just like big episodes?
Pretty much.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, I have to find these. I have to watch these. That's the exact one I have.
Oh,
That's the exact one I have.
That's so fucking awesome.
And it's thick. And I remember looking... That's how I found out about Mondo films. That's how I found out about all these types of weird movies.
My film teacher taught me about Mondo films.
Dude, Mondo films
respected.
is such a cool premise.
Yeah.
And I've seen a bunch of them. And you found one for me. You found one. It was called A Journey into the Supernatural. I don't know if you ever remember finding this for me, but you found it for me, and I was thrilled.
Cool.
Because I watched it in college. The girl I was dating at the time, we were both working at Hollywood Video together, and then we said, let's go to Family Video and see what they've got. And so we went.
That too.
Yeah, we went to Family Video, and it was on tape. And we rented Journey into the Supernatural, or Journey into the Beyond, something like that.
Oh, that sounds a little more familiar.
And I was like, I remember so vividly, we were both so squicked out of our minds. And they would, anytime something gross would happen, they'd play this little chime. So that would be like, you look away, and then they'd play the chime again when the gross part was over, and you could look back.
They're Pavlov dogging you.
Absolutely. And so I didn't look away. And it was, psychic surgeries. It was voodoo.
Yeah.
And like the girl I was dating at the time was like super grossed out, but she loved it. And I mean, it was just so cool because it's so rare to find Mondos, unless you're looking for like Mondo Cane and stuff
Mondo
like that.
Elvis, the more mainstream shit.
Right. And Vinegar Cinema, a lot of these boutique cinema films have picked up Mondo because they're so popular. But I love the premise of we're dropping somebody in somewhere to do a documentary about this unknown hidden subject.
Yeah.
And I just love that because it's like, we've talked about this before, the mystery of the world.
Yeah, of course.
Is there something on some remote island that we don't know about? Yeah. And this is our only foray, and it's old footage from the 70s. Like,
yeah.
That's the found footage shit that I want. Like,
agreed.
I think that
whether
that's,
it's real found footage or
exactly. I don't care if it's fabricated. In fact, I prefer it to be fabricated in
like
some ways.
Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Ferox.
Yeah, I don't.
They're fucking terrible. And I fuck the Italians. I'm sorry. For
they
doing
kill
so
real
animal
animals.
cruelty.
Yeah,
They're fucking assholes.
I watched one movie recently where I put it on and they I think they killed a turtle or a snake or something. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done.
Yep.
I just
yep.
off.
Yep.
Like, and I saw it
Call me
coming.
pussy, I don't fucking care.
No, I saw it coming. I was like, nope.
Yep.
Off.
Same.
Delete. I'm removing it in full from my server. I want nothing to do with this movie. I don't even remember what it's called.
Yeah, I've done that too. Do you want to wrap up your thought, because I want to give you a?
Oh sure. I think I did.
degrees.
I think I'm good.
Did you?
I don't know. It's getting late.
I think we need to.
I get tired.
I mean, guys, it's the midnight Dropbox. We close at midnight and then start talking. So
yeah,
we
I
talk until
this
we're
is what
done.
happens. You know,
Let's act more on our fucking podcast.
I'll ask you one more question, because you
yeah.
have some really awesome questions, and thank you for bringing those. That was a really fun conversation.
Yeah, I thought so.
One movie store related question, because I love talking about the movie store.
Too.
Since
I really do. Yeah.
we both worked at Hollywood Video, and we were both at
and
Hollywood
Tower Records.
Yeah, and you were Tower Records. But we were both at Hollywood Video when Hollywood Video had the transition period from VHS to DVDs.
Yeah, I was.
So when I worked there and we were doing our transition phasing and just phasing out all VHS tapes, anything I wanted, I took. They wanted us to destroy them. I fucking took them.
We had to sell them.
Oh, I just flat out took them. That's how I watched like Record of Lodoss War, Bubblegum Crisis.
Dude,
like
fucking anime was so fucking. Okay, kids today. Okay, if you are under the age of, I would say 35, fuck you. Just because I'm jealous. Of the
access.
The pure fucking availability.
Everything.
And cheap. Dude, I heard some kid bitch about $8 a month was too high for Crunchyroll. Like,
what?
I was buying VHS tapes for 2 episodes at $35 a pop.
Oh yeah.
And then you wouldn't question it because you couldn't find them anywhere.
No, you were just like, this is the market. This is how it works.
Bought bootlegs, you bought them for $20 for 4 episodes, but the quality was garbage.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was a different world, but that's why we appreciate the hunt.
That's true.
And
that's true.
So it's like we would get things, and my question was as a lead up.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. I love the context there because
I just gotta fucking carry soapboxes everywhere with me.
My arms get tired. But no, like
great. My arms get tired from all these soapboxes.
What I always enjoyed, especially living in a college town and working at a Hollywood Video in a college town, was checking the Dropbox late at night, like before closing.
Okay.
Because when we were in the era of transitioning and when we had both, we were hybrid. We had DVDs and we had VHS.
I have stories.
You would get, and this is where you're reading my mind, we would get movies that we didn't rent in the cases that we did rent. And 9 times out of 10, those movies were porn.
Actual porn?
Homemade porn.
That's the ones
And we would absolutely watch them. Every single one. Yeah. We absolutely watched them.
We wouldn't watch them to completion.
Well, no. Well, I mean, that's a strange thing.
We would watch it.
We would watch it on fast forward and be like, oh, we see what they're doing here. Okay, this is gross.
Oh, God, I have a great story about this.
I see. This is why.
Fuck. I haven't thought about this in a decade.
And this is why, because I loved, like you could get mismatched movies and then be like, hey, I put my Star Wars.
It happens all the time.
All the time. But when you would get home movies,
yes,
and they didn't always have to be porn, but just home movies in general. Like people would be like, oh, I was watching my second grade communion.
A lot of those, yeah.
I don't think people understand that made my week. And I don't, not the porn. Like,
really?
The porn stuff didn't bother me. Like, I'm just happy to see people doing what they're doing.
It's actually pretty shocking how often that would happen.
Yes.
And if you and I had it literally across the country.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
it's crazy. But I loved seeing people return home videos.
Yeah.
Because they were probably like, well, it's gone forever. That's terrible. We saved them. We hoped people came back, not the porn ones, but like the home videos, like Precious Memories.
Yeah.
We would hold them in the back, and we would put a tape like the date that it came in and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but I would legit watch those home movies.
Did you really?
Because like in the back, the way that our Hollywood video was set up, we had like a back room that had the safe, that had the security cameras.
Yeah, right.
There's also a TV VCR combo for people to watch a movie while they counted tills.
Right. We did too. Yeah.
So I would always watch these home videos of people when I would count tills out, because it was just so, like, I would be watching movies all day, and I wanted to not want to watch. I wouldn't want to watch a movie, but I wanted something better. Like, I wanted slice of life.
Yeah.
And so, like, to catch somebody's, like, Disney World vacation, or to catch them at, like, their grandmother's birthday party, and to see these little moments of people's lives, and you're just like, they were watching this, and it was in their VCR, and they pulled it out to watch whatever shitty movie we rented them. But the fact that they had it and I wouldn't rewind it, I would just hit play, and it was always at like a heartfelt moment or like a fun moment in their life. So it's like, that's so cool. These people were reminiscing of this, and they taped it, but they went back and they watched it, whether they were showing somebody or just trying to remember good times or something like that. So I always enjoyed watching those movies, and I don't think people understand. I don't know if everybody did that. Most people might have said, oh, there's a privacy thing or whatever. Throw it in this drawer. Yeah. I loved it. Made my week when those movies would come in and I could watch those and I could see other people, like little snippets of other people's lives. It was just so cool to me.
I mean, there's so many other issues here I'd like to go into, like the birth of voyeur culture.
For sure.
YouTube kind of things. It's
for
like,
sure.
Here's what I'm doing in my life. Like, I don't fucking know you. Why do I want to see that? But it's like, yeah, I do want that. Also, the slice of life aspect. I really want to say real quick, just in case. I forget this. I know you well enough to know that there was nothing malicious in your intent with watching these.
No, yeah, it's
like
just
any fiber. I know you well enough that I know that you would put that in and literally sit there kind of like you wiggle your butt around in your seat and go,
yeah, it's
like, this is just warm and cuddly. Like that video is your equivalent of hot chocolate.
Yeah, it was just like, this is so cool. Like, look at these people living this great life.
That's
like,
so fucking awesome.
It was just so cool.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, fuck. I want to go on a deep dive of this. Like, what happened to those tapes?
I don't know. You know, because I was in College Town, and they were there when I left. They were in the back room when I left.
No, someone threw them away.
Oh yeah, and
that's painful to think.
And
about.
that's what sucks. And I would tell people they were there. I was usually the one to label them. People, when they would find them, they would usually give them to me because they knew at the video store I watched them. And I always hoped. I would try to track people down. Like when I would do the return, I'd be like, okay, who was it that returned it? And I would try to match names and accounts. Like I tried to do the sleuthing without being creepy, like without going to their house or something like that. But because this is stuff that like they were watching, it was in the VCR. They obviously it meant something to them.
Yeah.
But it was just so interesting. And there was no they didn't do it for views.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. There's nothing behind it other than this is a happy memory I want to capture. And I was like, well, I hope they come back for it, but at the same time, I want to watch it. Like I hope that maybe it was a mistake, but hopefully they know somebody else was happy for watching that too.
Jesus, that's beautiful.
So it was fun. Like people thought I was weird, but it's just one of those things, you know?
I had a friend in college who would go to garage sales and buy family photos of like photo albums and things like that, and everyone thought he was the creepiest dude, and he was like, no, this is the purest representation of happiness, just lost to time, because if you're selling photos, chances are your family's gone. Those people are gone, and these will be thrown away if I don't hold on to these memories of people I don't know. And I was like, you're Jesus Christ, like the beauty behind that is just so.
I can see why people could think it was creepy, though.
Like, I mean, totally.
Because it's like a privacy thing, and it's like you're like, what are you really trying to do here?
I get that though.
I don't know. I just,
Wow.
as a movie guy and like seeing that type of stuff, it's interesting. We watch a lot of movies,
Right.
But you don't see a lot of shit like that.
I mean,
And I don't remember any of them. There was none of them that was like, oh, I remember seeing this guy's thing or what.
yeah.
This vacation or whatever. This people did this. Like there was nothing ever bad on them or anything. It was just ambience, and it was like, oh, this is just. I'm kind of part of your family for a minute.
Yeah,
it was kind of cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ruin this moment because that would absolutely be the best way to end a podcast, and I don't believe in that. So I'm going to tell you my story. When,
please.
Getting pornos back all the time, always homemade porns.
Always.
And I will say the greatest part about this was knowing that I had an average sized dick and I was okay because porn stars are fucking weird and giant grotesque animals.
Yes.
Like, yay. So
I'm normal.
I'm sorry for that tangent, everybody. But so we got one movie and we would always, so this was at Tower Records.
Yep.
And we had TVs on the wall. We had like 20 TVs on the wall. And we would always play them whenever they came back as blank tapes. We're like, oh, fucking throw it in, see what it is.
Yeah.
And most of the time it was nothing, but every once in a while it was a special little treasure.
Yep.
And they'd always go into the safe.
Okay.
So like no one could take them. So none of the employees could take them and do something shitty. So, but we would watch them.
For sure.
Because we're fucking assholes and we're animals.
And you have nothing else to do, and it's funny.
Yep. So we didn't think anything of it. It happens.
Yeah.
And one day we're all, working. It's nighttime, and this guy comes in, and he kind of looks familiar. And I was at the other register, but he asked like, "Oh, I dropped off a tape last night. I think I put the wrong. It was a family movie. We had a family movie in there. I think I put the wrong tape back in there. I just wondered." And literally, Andrew, it was like this is what I remember. Like his thing, like the sex tape. I don't remember fucking at all.
Yeah.
I don't remember what he looks like. I don't remember his name. I don't remember anything like that. But I remember doing a quick scan of the store and seeing like 8 or 9 prairie dog head employees just pop up wherever they're at. And just fucking like wide-eyed Charlie Brown, Simpsons-esque eyes just like staring at this guy because everyone knew in unison exactly who he was. And it was so weird. It was like everyone in the store ceased to exist except the employees who were all just like peeking over the fucking fence like Wilson from Home Improvement.
I love that.
It was in unison. Like it was just like everyone just popped up real slow.
I love that so much, dude.
Oh God.
It also reminds me, I think you had another story, and I don't know why I've loved this story. But you have a story from your Tower Record days.
Oh, is this the porn girl?
The porn girl.
Oh my God, this one's great.
Yes, this is like one of my favorite stories ever.
Okay, please tell me if I'm missing anything because memory's becoming an issue. So, Tuesday was new release day.
Yes.
Okay, and people would come in for movies, they come in for CDs, they come in for everything Tuesday. And we had a porn section, and everyone had their own section. And a guy, I think his name was Tony, he had the porn section. Mm-hmm. And he liked porn the way you and I like movies.
That's strange, but I don't discredit him.
Wildly addicted to learning about them. He knew everyone.
That's crazy.
He knew the directors. He knew the producers. He knew the studios. He says, "Oh, that's wicked. So it'll have this, and this. It'll have this color toning. He knew
that's
porn.
Fucking crazy."
And like I asked him, I was like, do you get off to this? He goes, "No. Like the more porn you watch, like it just becomes dumb.
Yeah.
But I'm fascinated with learning about it. So his conversations are fucking great,
dude. I would talk to a guy like that forever. Like, yeah. It's just fascinating.
It is. And again, I've said it on before, but like anyone who's like super passionate about something, I want to listen to.
Oh,
absolutely. It's just really cool. So, dude knew porn, okay? And he had his fucking his section was nice. It was organized. It was clean. He
took pride in his work.
Organized by subgenre. It was really fucking cool. So this girl would come in every Tuesday at midnight and go to the porn section and grab like 14 or 20 VHS. And then when DVD came out, eventually DVD.
And those VHS boxes were fucking huge.
And they were expensive.
Oh, yes, they were.
Those tapes, $60, $70
easy
per pop, and
Easy.
then the DVDs were the same price. And she would come up with like 14 or 20 fucking boxes. And they're huge. They look like board games.
Oh, yeah.
And they and she would just like, she wouldn't look ashamed. She wouldn't look anything like that. She would just buy them and then fucking leave, always in cash. And I don't know, maybe half a year, every fucking Tuesday. And, you know, the porn guy at the store, Tony, fucking was in love with her.
Of course.
Because he thought, oh, God, another aficionado.
Yeah, she's a connoisseur.
Yeah, she's a connoisseur. Like, she knows this stuff. She loves this stuff. And a new guy started working there one day, and he was there for Tuesday night. And he saw her come in. They kind of, like, nodded at each other, and she went on. And I was like, what was that? How do you know porn girl? And he's like, oh, I went to school with her. I actually went to prom with her. I was like, oh, shit, that's awesome. He goes, yeah, she went into porn and made a lot of money and still lives here in town, and so does her family. So every Tuesday, she goes to every store that sells porn and buys it all. Anything she's in, she buys, so her family and friends never find out. I don't know how much she was making.
It had to be a lot.
It had to be a tremendous amount, because, you know, like, she was dropping like $500
easy
every our place.
Week. Yeah, just at Tower Records.
Not the probably 20 other places in town.
Sure.
In Bloomingdale.
Yeah, that sold porn.
That sold porn.
Like, that weren't exclusively an adult store.
Well, no, I think she did too, because if she was trying to make sure no one
she
knew,
would have to cover all her
she would have
tracks.
to
You're
cover
right.
it. And this was not the age of the internet of porn yet.
No.
So.
Well, and my understanding is, back in that age, I mean, porn stars were treated like gods, and they were paid very, very, very well.
Well, before the ease of getting it.
And before,
that was the money.
Going back to RBG, going back to anybody and their brother can do it. You know, like, there was money to be made. So she was probably rolling in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what did she do with all of those tapes?
Yeah.
Pitch them?
I'm wondering if she destroyed them or she has a fucking storage house.
I bet she's got a storage house.
Like, what would you do with it, though? Like, I mean, I'm sure she eventually knows. Eventually, my family will find out.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, like, what do you do with a massive amount? I can't imagine throwing away $4 or $5 grand per week.
Oh, no joke.
Just literally throwing it away.
One of the parts that I remember you telling me of this story was that the porn guy eventually figured out naturally the movies that she was buying.
Right.
And he would hold them behind the counter.
Them. That's right.
And it freaked her out.
Yes. Holy shit. Yeah, we all had our own little cubby.
Yeah.
And his was chock full of hers. Because he just wanted to fucking watch them.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry, there's nothing hotter than knowing someone in a porn. The first time I ever saw someone I knew in a porn, I was like, wait a minute.
I can't say I've had that experience ever.
Someone I went to college with.
But I can only imagine, because it's the forbidden fruit.
Actually, yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it was. It's the forbidden fruit. And, like, someone I went to high school with, like, in my class, went on to do porn. And then, like, I think she got out of it pretty quick. But
I don't blame them.
No, I don't either. I understand the allure of the money.
Sure.
It is fucking real.
For sure.
But the lifestyle is
and
pure chaos.
I think the bigger thing is you have to live with yourself. Money, just like in corporate jobs, money only makes you forget for a short amount of time.
Yeah, right.
If you're going to quit a job and they offer you more money, understand that money will only make it go away for 5 or 6 months.
Yep.
Because the problems don't go away.
Yeah.
So
I remember you said that last time you got that bonus, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
I
the problems
I remember
don't go
you
away.
talking about this. don't.
Unless you can change your perspective on shit.
That's true, and you are wildly doing so, and I love you for
No,
that. And,
thank you.
You
I'm
literally
working
make
on
me
it.
want to be a better person.
Oh,
So,
thanks, dude.
long story short, fucking do more streaming.
Yeah.
That's what this whole conversation is about.
Yeah, that's why we're here. It's just to butter me up. No.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Fucking Linnea Quigley. And I got to come up with a second person, but
Okay.
since we already talked about it. Oh, do you
I
want
might need like a piece of paper.
Oh, sure.
But let's think of the other person first. So we're working with Linnea Quigley.
Linnea Quigley.
Easy. I've seen a lot of those.
And that's what I thought. But
This is where it gets hard.
Tom Cruise.
Oh. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one.
Do you need paper? Do you want
I think I might need
I will
paper
go
for
find
this
you,
one.
but you
Thank
paper.
you, sir.
Talk and sound and interesting.
Yeah, no, I definitely will because the wheels are spinning. So we're going Linnea Quigley and connecting to Tom Cruise within 6 steps if possible. So I can go a couple of different ways here. Thinking of maybe earlier Tom Cruise movies. Thank you, sir. Earlier Tom Cruise movies.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
You've got my big one that I'm going to benchmark on right now is Legend.
By the way, I don't mean to throw you off
No.
topic, and that's going to be my favorite part in the future. But did you know Curtis Armstrong? You know Booger?
Yeah.
His first film was Risky Business.
Was it really?
Yeah, and then he did Nerds and Better Off Dead in the same year.
Wow.
Like, whoa, that's fucking awesome.
That's awesome. I love Curtis Armstrong.
Like I listened to an interview with him, and he did Risky Business, and he wrote a journal on set. He goes, I wrote this journal because I'm never going to be in a movie again, and I wanted to remember what it was like. Like, holy shit, man.
I think that's fantastic.
Like, I wanted him as a friend so bad when I was a kid. Especially in Better Off Dead,
Yeah.
I wanted him as a friend.
Oh, yeah. He was awesome in Better Off Dead. I agree with you
Charles
100%.
Dumas.
Charles Dumas.
Yep.
I love it.
Better Off Dead is like, apparently John Cusack hated
He hated it.
Better
He
Off
felt
Off
lied
Dead.
to.
Yeah,
He felt
yeah.
lied to.
And then my favorite part about that whole story, like when you find out that he didn't like it,
Got it.
literally, you fucking did not.
Once I started going down the
Get
rabbit
the
hole, dude.
fuck out. I'm not giving you paper anymore. Do it. Link it.
So I'll write it out too, just so we have, since I'm using the paper, right? But
Okay.
But tell me-
ladies and gentlemen,
can you make the
home,
connection just by what I wrote down?
What the fuck? Okay, do you know how like when you make a list of like things to do for the day
Yeah.
or like groceries, usually you make a list of like a couple things.
Right.
Andrew here has a list of like, I need bread. Like, well, what kind of bread? Bread. Like that's all the information I have to go shopping
Yeah.
with. What the fuck, man? Okay. Let me actually look at this. Linnea Quigley, Arrow to...
That's his Return of the Living Dead.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Return of the Living Dead to Legend,
So Legend is a
Mia-
movie that has Mia Sara,
which also has Tim Curry in it.
Tim Curry, and who directed that? Last name on the list.
Is it Simply Red?
Ridley Scott.
Wait.
Ridley Scott
Why do I
directed
always
Alien.
forget that?
Alien was written by Dan O'Bannon. Dan
Shut
O'Bannon
the
directed
fuck
Return of the Living
up.
Dead.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. We did it. So
Hold on. How many stages is that? Because that's fucking brilliant.
let's write it out. So we've got Return of
1.
the Living Dead, because that's Dan O'Bannon. He directed that one. So Dan
I believe
O'Bannon
he wrote it too, but
I think he
just
did,
throwing it
yeah.
out there. He's a fucking great writer.
So
man.
Dan O'Bannon wrote Alien,
Okay, Alien, which was directed by Ridley Scott.
Scott.
Which brings you did it in 4
Ridley
fucking
Scott
moves?
he directed Legend, which has Tom Cruise. So yeah, I did it in 4 moves.
All right, that's it. That's all we got.
I'm telling you, like, you have, like, seriously, this is my favorite game to play. And once you start, and the paper seriously helps.
Yeah. Oh,
just
yeah.
to see the thoughts.
Right.
We can do another one if you want, but
No, you earned that victory. That was fucking great.
But it's fun to see. You don't realize how it's all connected.
Yeah.
And when you get big, and it's funny too, because when you said Tom Cruise and I said early work, I said I'm going to benchmark off Legend because that's where I'm going to see the success.
God damn.
It's funny because I didn't realize.
Down.
That's the first thing I wrote down. I didn't realize, but early shit like that, I feel like that. My best common denominator, I'm talking about this like math. My best common denominator was these were both made like in the 80s.
Oh, and everyone was, and the fucking pool was not as big in the 80s.
Exactly. So you
you
had a little bit more crossover here too.
Yeah.
So like now I'm just curious. Like let's play with another one here. Okay, so we'll stick with Tom Cruise. And we'll stick with Linnea Quigley. Let's just see if we can find another connection out there.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to put a stipulation to this.
Okay.
No Dan O'Bannon or Ridley Scott.
Yep. No, we're not going to do repeats. So we're going to go.
Okay.
And I can't use Return of the Living Dead.
Yes,
I can't use Legend.
Yes,
so
that
we
was
have
gonna
to
be my
use
next thing.
another of their movies out there. Okay. So we've got Tom Cruise.
Holy shit, guys! Like he literally looks like it's Christmas morning.
Oh, this is so fun to me. I love it. All right, so let's think. And I'll just talk out loud. We'll all participate in this one. So let's think of Tom Cruise movies just off the top of our head. So obviously we can talk Top Gun. Now, Top Gun's Tony Scott, not Ridley Scott. So we're okay to use that one. So we've got Top Gun. We know like Days of Thunder.
I keep wanting to jump in and help, and
you can. Please do.
I'm not giving you tips.
You've got Mission Impossible. And whatever, however, I'm not going to name all those, but you got Mission Impossible. Mm-hmm. You've got Cocktail. You've got Risky Business. You've got Eyes Wide Shut.
Now, while you're writing these down, what are you thinking?
Right now, I'm just trying to go through like, okay, what are some pretty big Tom Cruise movies? And then in my head, I'm thinking simultaneously directors and co-stars.
Yeah, right.
So that like Eyes Wide Shut, I'm immediately thinking Kubrick. You know, I'm thinking Nicole Kidman. We'll call her NK, and that would tie us back to Days of Thunder too, because she was a love interest in Days of Thunder. Right. So it's like, okay, we've got a pretty good list to work off of here. So with Linnea Quigley, we know we can't use Return of the Living Dead, so we could use like.
But she has a pretty good filmography.
Oh yeah, so you could use like Creepazoids. You could use Sorority Babes.
Yep. The Slime Bolorama.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could use Nightmare Sisters.
Yep. I mean, that's got some fair names in it to link around.
Night of the Demons.
Okay. I was going to suggest the movie I just watched, the Witch Trap, but it's like there's nothing coming out of that.
Yeah, no, that wouldn't be worthwhile. But it's a good if you need to flesh out the list, because I want to say let's add it. So that's Witch Trap, and I'll say this.
Oh gee, if you fucking connect Witch Trap, I'm done. I'm flipping this table and I'm going to bed.
Because Witch Trap was directed by Kevin S. Tenney, who directed Night of the Demons. So that's kind of the connection there. So let's think. The look on your face, like, what the? Why do you know this?
That movie is filled with human versions of fucking wallpaper. I don't understand how you're being able to do this.
It was bad. So all right, we've got a nice little list here. Now I'd say if we think like, let's start with Linnea this time because we kind of went Tom last time with Legend. So let's start with Linnea this time. So Night of the Demons, I'd say, is her biggest.
Do you think so?
One of her biggest next to Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, Return of the Living Dead.
Now, I'm trying to think of other co-stars she had in there. A lot of them are pretty localized to other B movies. I don't think we're going to see a lot of traction coming out of Night of the Demons from like ways to connect things that I'm going to pick up on right away.
Okay.
So, Nightmare Sisters, that's another popular one. You know, we could think Brinke Stevens. We could think Michelle Bauer. I think Nightmare Sisters was directed by David Dacko too. So, okay, we've got a little bit. Now, that's also Sorority Babes of the Slime Bolorama.
You're so fucking impressive, man.
David Dacko 2 did that one. You've also got Michelle Bauer and Brinke Stevens in that one. But again, it like a lot of these people run in the same troupe.
Right.
This would be a hard one. We might need to expand this out a little bit more if we're starting with Linnea, because I don't. Return of the Living Dead is kind of like the layup for her. Let me go back here. So we've got Top Gun. We've got what's his nuts? Noah. What? So you got Tony Scott here. You've got whoever played Goose. And I can't remember his name, so it's right, Goose. Who else do we got in here? What's the love interest name in Top Gun? I can't remember her name either.
So I found a
connection.
No, I found a website. Not I don't know this shit. Called dumb.com. And
okay.
It is this game. It is an online version of 6 Degrees.
Oh, that's fun.
And it says, enter any two actors or actresses here, and we will show you all the links.
Oh, fun.
It can't make one with this combination.
Really?
So welcome to you just beat AI. So would you like to play a game of chess? Congratulations, man.
Oh, it couldn't connect Tom Cruise to
nope,
Linnea Quigley?
Nope.
I did it in 4.
I know, but you did it in like 20 seconds. It can't do it at all.
That's impressive. I'm not going to lie.
Crazy. I'm going to see if there's another version.
Yeah. And some of these, I don't remember seeing a lot of these.
Anyone out there? I'm asking people to be like, hey, send me a link. Would you ever want to do a live version?
Yeah.
Or would that be like too tumultuous?
No, I mean, so long as people just understood the process.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Travel and locals. So I'm looking for apps. To see if there's something else. Yep, there's 6 Flags.
Oh, perfect.
Is that the same thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Zomato.
Ooh.
Yeah, this fabulous daily routine planner. Obviously, I am lost track. The Oracle of Bacon. Oh, this has to do Kevin Bacon to other things. That's stupid. That's not what I want.
No, and I get why.
Okay, show me Linnea Quigley.
Was Nightmare on Elm Street 4 the Dream Child, or was that 5?
4 was the Dream Master, 5 was the Dream Child.
Okay,
Linnea Quigley was in 4.
She was in 4, yeah, that's right. Okay, thank you. I don't think it's going to help me. I think Return of the Living Dead is probably our best shot at a connection, to be honest with you. I'm trying to think of Night of the Demons.
Wait,
I'm getting hung up on that one.
Did this just let me do? Yeah, it did.
You got one?
I got it. Quickly. Holy shit.
Wow. And it's different from the one that I came up with?
So I found a website called oracleofbacon.org.
Oh, okay. I like that.
It's a pretty fucking great name.
Yeah.
This one is just for fun, the one you're trying to do.
Yeah, this is just for fun.
Do you want to see this, or do you want to try and work it out?
I mean, why don't, just for kicks and grins, why don't you give me one hint? Is it a movie? Don't even tell it to me.
Oh, I'm not going to give you the actual name. I'll give you a hint.
Is it a movie I've written down?
It's a movie I already said that Tom Cruise was in.
Oh, okay. So I might not have it written down yet.
No, it is not written down.
Okay, shit. So it is a Tom Cruise movie. That's going to be the link.
It's a movie I already said that Charles Dumas was his first film.
Oh, fuck. I already forgot what you said. Did you say it was Risky Business?
Yeah, I did.
It's on the list.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
You have
I have shit handwriting. I have shit. That looks like crispy.
It does. I thought it said crispy, and I was like, I don't know a crispy movie.
Yeah. Risky.
Okay.
It's been a while since I've seen Risky Business. So, okay. Is Charles Dumas the link?
No. I was just mentioning it because I wanted to say it.
So Risky Business.
Now, this website only does actors.
Ah,
so
okay. That's fine. It's
taking out directors.
It's cool that you can do that's cool that they found the link through actors only.
2 movies.
Wow, they made it in 2
steps.
Wow.
I'm just going to show you the colors.
Yeah.
Blue is the movie. Green is the actors.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty fucking intense.
Yeah, my eyes aren't good enough to.
I was hoping so. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Risky
By the
Business.
way, it's 11:00.
Oh, is it really?
We should wrap this up.
Yeah. All right. Let's just. Why don't we just talk through what you found, because I'm not going to get
All
this
right.
one.
Tom
up.
Cruise was in Risky Business.
Yep.
With Richard Mazur.
Oh.
I don't know
I
the
don't know who
name, but
that
literally
is.
as soon as you see the face, it's like, yeah. I know
Oh
that
yeah, that guy.
guy. I can't. He was in It, The
Yes.
Thing, My Girl, Risky Business, My Girl 2, License to Drive, Multiplicity, like fucking giant names.
Yeah.
He was in a movie called Play It to the Bone
Wow.
with Leanna Quigley.
I never would have gotten that. I've never
seen it.
heard of Play to the Bone.
Yeah, but I'm like Play It to the Bone. I always thought like I've heard of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a mainstream movie, which I didn't think Linnea was in.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Wow.
there you go. Oh God, a Play It. Play It to the Bone is Woody Harrelson and
Holy shit, I know that cover.
what's the guy?
Antonio
it's a boxing
Banderas.
movie.
Yeah.
Antonio Banderas.
I know that cover.
Yeah.
I never was interested because it was boxing.
Lucy Liu's in it. Robert Wagner.
Wow.
Lots of fucking people. Maybe Linnea like stumbled on set one day and didn't know where she was
Yeah,
at.
right?
She's like, "Can I stay?"
Holy shit, man. Well, hey, I like my method where I can use whatever.
No,
Maybe that's not the true method.
Fuck no, dude.
but-
I think what you do is far more impressive.
Because we get to use small movies and connect them to big movies
That's
too.
kind of what I want to do.
But
Dude,
yeah,
good job.
I would have never gotten that. Thank you, man. That was fun.
This was a lot of fun, and I'm not gonna fucking use that for the future.
It's
you
good
were
to know it's
struggling,
there.
So I wanted to like.
It's good to know it's there. I wouldn't. That was a hard one. Like
Yeah.
I would have never like this. What we got up here. Didn't Tony Scott direct Days of Thunder as well?
I don't know.
I can't remember if he directed Days of Thunder, but I was going down like, okay, where? Because my biggest thing, I got hung up on Night of the Demons because I'm like, that was her biggest.
I mean, but who else was in that was like
nobody.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like I know that was a big movie for her.
Yeah. Right.
Because she was like the star.
Yeah. But.
And then I was even like thinking like, okay, Night of the Demons is where she met her husband, who did all the makeup effects for Nightmare on Elm Street 4,
right.
and that's how she got into Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and then they
Yes.
divorced.
Yes.
And then like, so I was like, I was starting to spin that way.
Yeah.
And I was getting way out of my element, Donnie. So
All right, let's wrap this up.
we did it though.
Good with the Big Lebowski ending.
Yay!
Seriously, thank you for this. This is hands down our longest episode. They will not be this long in the future. We will try to be
That's
adults
all
about
good.
this.
It's all good. We had fun.
But thank you, Andrew, for taking the
No.
time to do this and join us on another Midnight Dropbox.
Yeah, man. Thank you. This has been a blast. I love this.
Fucking blast. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely. I do too, man.
See you next week.
See ya.
And remember, be kind, rewind, and check which tape you are actually dropping off.
Always check the tapes.